Leave off. Let's see. So, in our last game, we had an emotional speech from Giovanni where he talked about his younger sister. And he told Ava a story about when she was young. She saw this pretty golden kind of laced dress, and she wanted it. And he promised her he'd buy it for her if she was good for a year. The year and a half came and gone. He bought her the dress, but his father ended up selling it for gambling money and lost it all. We also After that, the group decided to go to Baldur's Gate to try to find their friend or do some. It was either Baldur's Gate or go find Costa. But on the way out of the house, you were surrounded by Waterdeep guards who arrested Giovanni for the kidnapping of the butler and holding him against his will. And then, so he was arrested. He was brought to a prison cell where he was in the cell with some crazy man. While that was going on, the rest of the group was pretty much trying to figure out what to do or how to help him. Ava went to the Erevar estate and ended up talking to Aramis, although she did want to talk to the butler. The father, he kind of seemed like unfazed with what was happening with Geo, and he was
He's a dick.
Yeah, he was being a dick in a sense, yeah. And so that got her pretty much nowhere with him, so she had left. The next day, they found out that his court date was at noon, so Ava had cast the spell True Sight to see if she sees anything out of the ordinary as people are going into the courthouse. I missed a spot where we had Titty. He came and visited Rendar and offered Rendar to kind of work with him, and he promises Rendar to make him to give him a powerful kingdom of orcs who would one day kind of rule the world and take back what they wanted in the beginning. What else? And then Giovanni called Titty into the prison cell, where Giovanni found out that Titty's able to do things even within an anti-magic field. So it kind of gave Gio another perspective of how powerful Titty might be, and that explains like maybe how this is all happening. Because I remember you guys thought it might have been the succubus who's doing all this, but like you said, she's just a succubus. To pull this off would have been pretty amazing. So we kind of ended off with Geo in the courtroom the next day. They were about to begin the proceedings. We had Krenkel. He did go off right back to the Erevar estate to try to do some scoping, while the rest of the group was in the courtroom, and Rendar was going to be his lawyer. So did I leave anything out that we should have mentioned?
No?
No.
I mean, family might be possessed by demons, but yeah. I mean, that's just Tuesday.
Aren't we all?
Remind me, did we or why did we kidnap the butler?
I don't know why you guys did. Giovanni just wanted an address, and y'all went off.
Yeah, so
Could have just followed him back to the house.
yeah, Krankle.
You could have just asked the guy.
Krankle being the bounty hunter, interpreted that as a bounty, which meant getting him back to Giovanni by any means necessary.
Isn't that what Giovanni told him to do, though?
No, I just told him to.
No, Giovanni said just go get him. He's like, hey, go get him.
Okay.
Not like,
Yeah.
Go get him.
I see.
It was just
gotcha.
like, can you go get him? No.
I didn't say. I didn't say
was-
go get him.
I
No,
thought you
no,
said bring
exactly.
him
It was
back
like-
to me. I thought you were like bring him back here kind of thing.
I know I did. I said bring him back here. I need a ask
Yeah,
him
but
about
it
the
was
address.
supposed to be like a conversation, not a like kidnapping.
This was it was a casual conversation request.
I have to go
Oh,
back
you
and
bring him
look
back
at
to track him down and bring him back to me because I know he's the bounty hunter. He can track people down easily.
Yeah.
But of course, in his twisted mind, this meant dragging him back in a net.
So this is what we're doing. We're gonna blame Crinkle now.
What?
Putting all the blame on him.
It definitely was.
It's funny. Sure, blame the guy who's not here today.
Well,
He can't
let's-
defend himself.
Yeah,
I blamed him to his face too last week. I was like, "What did you do?"
That's funny.
you can let Cody. Hey, Cody, you listening? If you're listening, if you see this within the next week, before next week, hey, no hard feelings. But you started it.
Great. Okay, so let me bring you to the map.
It's fine though. Giovanni can be a hell of a lawyer.
I mean, you're gonna have to be, because like, yo, we did it. Like, we are guilty.
Well, all Rendar needs to do is just look intimidating and smart at the same time.
I'm into it.
I'm so fucking nervous right now.
I was stressed this week mildly, then I forgot about it. But I was like, oh my god, what are we actually gonna do?
I still have.
Point of note, just in case it becomes relevant, I do have True Sight still up.
How long does it last?
An hour?
Okay, and you took it on 15 minutes before, so you had like 45 minutes. Because I remember.
Something like that.
It was 15. I believe
Yeah,
I
I did
remember
it
you
as-
saying
I did it
15
as everyone
minutes
was like-
before, yeah.
Yeah,
People
as like
started
everyone
showing.
was arriving.
Okay. So yeah, you have your judge sitting at the table in the front. You have Seth sitting at the table to the right of you, who is one who arrested you in a sense. There's the wizard that was with Seth. He's also sitting next to the judge up front. To the west, we can see where there is a chair, and it's kind of surrounded in this field. I'm trying to think of Ava. You would see, wait, your true sight doesn't see magic. Never mind. I thought it was the other one.
No.
Shadow. No. You would assume, knowing how the court system works, that is a zone of truth kind of spell
Yeah.
activated. And the judge says, well, let us begin this court, or this trial.
Why do I feel like this is gonna end with Rendar getting arrested?
Right? I'm so nervous. Like, I can just see this getting so blown out of proportion.
Geo speaks. I'm just kidding.
Why do you assume I always dig myself a better hole? When have I not been able to dig myself out of a hole?
You
No,
dig
it
yourself
is
in and then
true.
you dig yourself right back out. It's very impressive.
it is
Exactly.
it is really impressive. So this is going to be interesting.
You're gonna end up with like the judge on trial for something.
All right.
Start questioning him. So, where,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have
Where
to
were
put
you-
Shadow away.
where were you first?
Oh.
Where were you on the full day of 10 p.m.?
Who's to say you didn't kidnap this fellow?
A likely story from a man with a family with a wife scorned. Everybody knows you're cheating. You're having an affair.
I just need to focus.
so
I'll bring it back later. Yeah, the judge looks at Seth and says, "All right, Seth, the floor is yours." And Seth stands up, and he just looks around and he says, "We are here today for the kidnapping and abuse of our poor friend Butler."
Objection, there was no abuse.
Yeah, because oh yeah, I forgot he doesn't have a name. He's just Butler.
The judge says, "What is it when it's when you not a sustained
Overruled.
overruled?" He says, "This is the opening speech." They're not like actually showing any evidence at this point, and so Seth says, "As I was saying, and we are here today, and I will prove to the jury that this poor man went through something that was horrific and just mentally brutal." And
Oh yeah, because the judges are totally not biased at all.
he says, and then he kind of nods to Rendar, and he sits down, and the judge says, "All right, opening statement, sir. Mr. Rendar."
I whispered around now, would you like me to do this? Or would you prefer if I do this instead? You could just sit
Please.
there and look intimidating.
I got nothing.
Aw.
Just look scary.
Kind of lean onto the table.
Make sure you flex your biceps as you lean
Oh yeah.
fiercely with your elbows digging into the nice mahogany. I'll stand up. Opening statements.
He says, "Excuse me, is your lawyer going to defend you or represent you?"
That's my emotional support orc.
He is here for emotional support. I shall be representing myself. He shall be offering advice if need be as well. However, my opening statement. Well, I, Giovanni Arave, here plead not guilty in the abuse and kidnapping of that old man over there, because I am innocent, and he spouts nothing but lies from a family scorned of my presence. This is already known. You can ask the rest of the nobles that attended the party last night, if they haven't already been paid off, including yourself.
Excuse me?
Selves. Oh, I apologize. I redact that statement. I redact that last statement.
He gives you a look.
Sit back down.
He says, "All right, Seth, the floor is yours." Seth stands up. "I would like to call my first witness, the butler." Then the butler gets up and goes into...
Rendar, just kill him right here. Just kill him.
Kills the witness as he's getting up to confess. Nope, there's no witness.
No witnesses, no crime, baby.
That'd be amazing. So as he's walking up, the judge says to him, "You will be going into a zone of truth. You must willingly adhere to it. If you do not, we will know." And he says, "I understand." And he steps inside. And Seth says, So, Butler, tell us your horrible story." And he says, "Well, I am the butler of the Eraver estate. I was asked to deliver messages to Mr. Giovanni when he arrived at the old estate that he had bought for his family. When he arrived, I handed him the 2 letters and I excused myself and started walking. About 5 minutes later, next thing I know, this web just wrapped around me. This big, brutal, mean orc grabs onto me, and then there's this little... I don't know if he was a troll or something. Forgive me.
What's the other one that's objection? There was another one that instead of saying objecting to that, there might have been something else.
Yeah, that's racist.
I'll say objection. This man is clearly a racist person.
No, trolls are big. You're right. He was small.
His mind has been clouded by his discriminate by his own prejudices.
He was hating on orcs too.
Let him finish. The judge says, "Well, anyway, they came up to me trying to take me away. That is when I screamed for help, and the two guards came up and started questioning them. They said they had a bounty out for me, and that I was to be delivered to Giovanni. But when they were questioned by the guards, they couldn't produce any proper paperwork, and next thing I know, the big evil brutish orc man picked me up and started running. And the police tried to
Racist.
catch us. But they were unsuccessful. Next thing I know, they're torturing me and questioning me in some house, threatening me. Oh, sounds horrible, Seth says. He says, and then what happened? and then they kept threatening me, asking me where the Erevar estate is, but I told them I couldn't tell them, and so they said they would kill me if I didn't. And so the only thing I could do was agree to tell them, and then they threatened me again and said if I told on them or told the authorities, that they would kill me. And he says, and that I was to tell them that everything was okay. Oh, that is horrible. Is the man that you're speaking of here with us today? He says, yes, and he points that one, and he points at Geo. You hear everyone like mumbling in the background.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
I'm not leading. I asked to point out the man who did it. He pointed to you. And he says, that is all. And then the judge looks at you, Geo, your witness.
My witness?
Do you wish to question the witness?
Of course. Come up. Now, before I start, I would like everyone to remember the fact that this man is not even referred to by his legal given name, but only by his title.
That is my name.
Your name is Butler.
Yes.
Your name is Butler of the... I'm gonna look at the judge. And just like, really?
They're looking at you like...
Can we confirm this? Or are you just slacking me off?
Well, actually, I thought it would be funny that if his name really was Butler, it'd be...
Butler the Butler.
Yeah,
Butler.
the Butler. So,
All right, Butler.
He says, I'm not lying. I am in the zone of truth.
If that is your real name, where were you? Where were you? Well, when did it take place again? Yeah, just yesterday, right? Everything was happening. All that happened in one day.
I think it was the day before.
Where were you at 8 and at night? 2 nights ago.
He says, I was traumatized in my room.
Before that, you said you were sitting in my house, in my empty house that I purchased?
I was... At the time, you had given the house to your family, so it was technically still their house.
Technically, the deed was in my name, as I was the one paying the mortgage and the land tax for it. So technically speaking, my good sir, you were not only trespassing, you were squatting inside an empty home inside a family home to which you didn't live in.
He says, Seth, is this where you object? Objection, Your Honor. We know that the house was given to Aramis Erevar, who is right here behind me. They had legal stay in the house, and the butler was working under them.
Ah, but you see, I have the deed on my persons. And that deed is in my name, which it actually was. I was the one.
Yeah, I
who bought it.
remember, yeah.
I only gave him the key, that's it. You can Well, in fact, I don't really trust the guard. I would like to ask for a neutral third party to retrieve my belongings. The deed is on my persons, and it is legally stamped in my name. In fact, you can call up the real estate office to which I acquired
The judge
this
says
abode.
the ownership of the property is not in question here.
The
Get to your
ownership-
point.
My point was that this stranger was trespassing on my property. I received 2 anonymous letters with no return address from my family. I can only assume that this man was sent here with malicious intent, because I don't know who he was, and the house was empty. Therefore, he was a threat. However, I must point out, this is a thing I must point out. I did not ask anyone to hunt him down. My request was to bring him back here for a return address. That was what happened. He was returned in front of me. I asked him for the return address. He didn't give it at first, but I convinced him because I, in fact, am an Eravir. So he gave it to me. And then, as everyone could see, including the guard at the front door, we all waltzed towards the front gate in a very peaceful and friendly, neutral manner. And then I met, well, my father at the front door, and we exchanged words briefly.
He says, are you on trial here, or are you the witness, or is he the witness today? You're supposed to be questioning him, not giving your own statements.
Well, let's just put that on the back burner for now. I'm gonna look at the stenographer. Make sure you have that down so we can reference that later.
You just see like a quill automatically writing everything you're saying.
Thank you. Thank you. You're doing a wonderful job. Now, Mr. Butler, how old are you?
No, I am. What does that have to do with anything? Yeah, that's what Seth says. Objection. What does this have to do with anything?
Well, as you can all see, he is quite an aged man. Who knows if he might be experiencing early onset dementia. Just because he is within a zone of truth doesn't mean that all of those truths are exactly what happened. They could be half truths or simply made up. I know the contents of the spell. I am familiar with it. I've known clerics in my time. I may have slept with one. But I'm sorry, I'm getting off track here. So, if I may, tis a simple question. How old are you, Mr. Butler?
This is I am 73. That's old for that time, isn't it?
And
Yeah, that's really old.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
quite ancient.
yeah, I guess they wouldn't. I guess they wouldn't live that long. So 53.
No, there were people that lived that long. It's just that in that time, the bracket would have been
Yeah.
like you were pretty much close to.
I would just say. I would say we'll say 53.
53. That is quite aged. I must say so myself. In fact, do you remember the events of what? Do you remember what happened? Do you remember what you did last week? Let's just say on a third day.
He says, I do what I was doing every week, working for the Erever estate as their butler.
Could you possibly just give us a quick rundown of what it is you do, what entails your career, employed under my father and my family?
He says, well, I do a lot of things. I watch over the house, the estate, and make sure things are done. I oversee the kitchen maids, the horses, or the guy who does the horses. I run the estate.
Quite a lot of responsibilities for a man of your stature, I would say. Head butler, perhaps? Mr. Butler?
It is what I do. I enjoy my work.
Yes, and that is what you do, isn't it? That must keep you quite busy, doesn't it?
He says it does, yes.
Hmm. But does it keep you busy enough for you to be sitting in an empty house waiting for my eventual return, to which I have not told anyone? Hmm? I must say, not much of a job for a butler, especially if you're doing this, if you're already still doing all of your responsibility, fulfilling all of your responsibilities in my family last week.
He was
Surely.
I was told that you would be home that day.
Really, by whom? As to who would tell you I would be home that day, because the last time I checked, I was up in Neverwinter, and nobody knows of my whereabouts. I told no one,
He
in
said,
fact.
well, Master Erever told me.
Really? My father? Aramis Erever?
Yes.
How did he, pray tell, did he ever inform you of how he found out?
Yeah, I do not question, I just follow.
Ah, just the loyal dog, following its master, not questioning anything.
Objection.
None of it.
He's insulting the witness.
Only making
Sustained.
only an analogy, my dear. Only an analogy. I am not calling him a dog. So you see, my dear, everyone, the good jury, how could my father know of my whereabouts when not only did I not tell anyone as to my next destination, but I also used magic to
This
transport
hearing is
myself.
not about how your father found out you were in Waterdeep. It is if you assaulted this man and kidnapped.
Yes, however, everything leads up to this point, doesn't it?
Well-
Not many things make sense. Not a lot of things are adding up, is there?
Well, would you like to call your father as a witness? The judge says.
You know what? That would be a wonderful idea. If you, you have to forgive me. I'm not too. The last time I was in court, I didn't get to say anything. And that was many years ago. Father, why don't you come up to the stands here? Thank you, Mr. Butler. You've been a great help to everyone.
Let's see. Seth says, wait, Your Honor, I do have extra questions for the witness after Giovanni's questions. And he says, okay. And Seth walks over. So, Mr. Butler, Giovanni says that you gave the information up willingly. Is that true? He says, no, it is not. They coerced me and threatened me. That is, I was in fear of my life. And that is the only reason why I agreed to it. He says, when they arrived, were you in any kind of threatening manner to them? Oh, no, I am but an old man. How could I be a threat? Look at that big man right there. And he points at Rendar. And he says, that is all, Your Honor.
Objection, Your Honor. Profiling.
True.
You may step down, Butler. And yeah, the Butler steps down. So he says, the floor is yours, Gio.
Giovanni Erever would like to call Aramis Erever to the witness stand.
Father gets up and sits down in his nice, noble clothes.
Good morning, Father. Good afternoon, Father. How are you?
I am... He says, I am as well as I could be.
Yes, of course. You said that a lot growing up, didn't you? Anyways. So, why don't you regale us of the tale of how you knew the exact date and time I came back to Waterdeep?
He says,
To where you had Mr. Butler sit in my empty house that I provided to the rest of our family.
He says, I didn't know the exact time you were coming. That's why we had him wait for you.
You had him wait for me, but just last week he was just fulfilling all of his responsibilities and duties. How does that make any sense? How would you... what kind of time frame did you really think I was coming back?
He says, I was told by my wife's personal assistant, Inhild, that you were in Waterdeep.
Oh, really? How wonderful. And how does this Einhild know of my arrival? How did she know?
She has many connections here in Waterdeep. That is her job, to know what's happening.
How did we arrive in Waterdeep again? Just through wagon, right?
Yeah, it was a cart.
So somehow Einhild knew the exact date and time I arrived in Waterdeep by wagon.
Your group is not hard to miss, Geo.
On the high road where nobody else dares to travel because of its many dangers, except for a merchant going the opposite direction?
People know who you are.
Oh, I really, really doubt that. My popularity is only exaggerated by myself, to be honest.
Objection, Your Honor. Everyone knows that he saved Elturel, and they are heroes.
Yeah, yes.
Did you say that a little louder?
And he sits back down and rolls his eyes.
Save the heroes that saved Elturel, the city that was banished to hell and was brought back by holy means, and to which me and my group helped to do it. Anyways, let's not dawdle on that. Yes, I may be recognized as a hero of Elturel. However, my whereabouts would be largely unknown because I don't use conventional travel very often. So, unless she immediately saw me at the front gate and then informed the butler the very day of to sit in my house, waiting for me for the letter. Well, I must say, my dear Jerry, there is no... What kind of connection is there? There must be something foul at play. Something amiss.
Is his dad in the zone of truth right now, or is he outside of it?
He's in it.
Uh,
So Seth says, none of this has anything to do with our actual reason why we are here, and that is the kidnapping of poor Butler.
Father, I'll turn back. I just kind of ignore all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Oh my god, I think the question just flew out of my brain. Hold on, I'll get it back. Give me a second. Father, what was Mr. Butler doing the day before? Sorry. Father, how long was Mr. Butler waiting inside my house?
He says, we were told that morning that you arrived in Waterdeep. And so I sent him over.
Didn't we arrive in the afternoon, though? Like, out of character?
I don't remember either.
It definitely wasn't in the morning, though.
Okay. Do you remember when you guys arrived?
It was sometime in the sort of early afternoon.
My notes went missing from last week, so I don't know.
Actually, I'm going to stick with what I say. He says, it was in the morning when she told me.
Funny. Seeing as how my group and I arrived in the early afternoon. Many hours after morning. I'm sure the city guard at the front gate can attest to that. After all, as you said, I'm not hard to miss, am I?
He says, well, perhaps someone saw you on the road, Gio. I do not know. I am not her. I am telling you what I know. But again, this has nothing to do with this. You kidnapped my butler. Your behavior must be stopped.
I did nothing of the sort. I was waiting inside my house. I only asked someone else to fetch him for me, to which I had no connection.
Do you have any further questions for the witness? The judge says.
Are you being possessed by someone? Tell me.
What? That's preposterous.
Just checking. And here I thought you'd finally grown a heart. Nothing else, Your Honor?
Do you have any questions for the witness, Seth? And Seth stands up. No, Your Honor. And comes back. But I would like to call Giovanni Araver to the stand.
Gladly.
And he says the same thing to you. Do you willingly accept the zone of truth?
Sure.
All right, yeah. So you feel compelled to tell the truth.
Wait. Well, they'll know.
They'll know
they
if
know?
you if you resist it, they will know. The person who casts the spell will know.
All right, but I can talk in half truth. I know how the spell works. I can
Yeah.
talk in circles, though. That's my forte.
I know. It's gonna be so interesting.
I sit down. This is just one of those. This is just going to be one of those things where we do after the session. We try to convince Sebastian that we were actually the good guys the whole time.
I know.
One of those long-winded conversations. All right, I sit down.
All right. So Seth says, what does he say? So, Gio, would you please tell us your version of events that day leading up to you arriving at the house and kidnapping Butler?
Excuse me, Giovanni. I read there. You don't get permission to. address
Pardon
as
me,
such.
sir. Giovanni Araver.
I'm professional as well. I see. Well, I arrived in Waterdeep in the early afternoon, set to revive the. I keep forgetting their name. The noble family's kid.
Oh,
What was his name?
I just saw his name. His name is. It was like something Silvator.
Was it
So-
Silverton?
Who, sorry?
The boy.
The noble family, the kid we rescued.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like we had his
Research.
hand or his arm or something.
It was Ralphie.
I'm pretty sure my notes just says. Okay, I don't
Ralph,
have that written
yeah,
down.
Ralphie Silvator.
With a small body part of Ralphie Silvertor, we were set to negotiate a price with the lady of the house to resurrect him. Because, well, as much of as heroes we are, we honestly didn't want to spend that much money on someone else's child. And honestly, we only had one small body part. We didn't know if it was truly Ralphie Silvertor. And so then, after we did that, and I'm just gonna keep drone on and on and on until like a lot of time, like too much time has passed.
How
And
much
so-
time?
Let's say 15 minutes.
Okay.
Just straight talking,
Okay.
straight narrating. And so we arrived at my house, to which I opened the door to find a strange old man whom I did not know. And he handed me 2 letters. And he told me, I'm going to tell him what he told me. I forget. It was just like, this is from your family or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, wonderful. All right. Seems like they've managed to scrounge up enough money to buy a new house. I got my mother a job as a seamstress. My little brother Robert, unfortunately quit his apprenticeship at the smithy, but I'm sure he got a little bit of money there. And my father was apparently doing landscaping for one of the nobles. Anyways, I cracked open those 2 letters and I read them, only to find out that there was no return address, much to my dismay. I surely thought that was a mistake, and Mr. Butler, the strange old man who was trespassing on my property, already ran off, to which I asked someone else not related to me. Yep, not related to me, to go fetch him quickly. I may or may not have offered him a bit of gold to expedite the process. Unfortunately, this crazed lunatic brought him back tied up in a spider web. But I was happy enough to have brought him here. Unfortunately, I asked... let me redact that unfortunately. So I asked him, "My dear sir, there is no return address to this letter." And he told me, your father, Aramis, specifically requested we not tell you or write it down in the letter. And I thought that was weird. What kind of malicious intent could be hiding behind those man's eyes? 53, early onset dementia, racial profiling, discrimination, prejudice? Who knows what he could be capable of? He could have murdered my entire family. However, he refused it. So I asked him for a return address. He told me as such. I asked him again. He said, no, I won't do it because I'm bound to my duty as the butler of the household. And so I managed to persuade him. After a long time of negotiation, I managed to persuade him. And so, after a lengthy battle of negotiations, we came to an agreement to which he personally led me and my group to the front gate of my not my new estate, my family's new estate, to the front guard. And so I exchanged brief words. I don't want to keep going on and on and on and on and on and on. And so I was in prison at about possibly somewhere in the early morning, anywhere between 6 to 8 a.m. I can't tell time inside prison. But Crazy Frankie decided to soil himself inside the cell. And it was quite smelly. The guards cleaned him up. I must say, the bread was quite stale, even for a Water Davian prison.
That's good now. We've gotten past the part where you kidnapped the butler. The rest is all irrelevant.
And so we're here, and I'm talking to you.
Says... So, you seeing this old man when you opened the door, you thought this old man was of a threatening nature?
My dear Seth.
You did say he was old and senile, so how could he be that threatening?
I only discovered he could likely be old. He could likely be senile after. Well, not after today, but after I've gotten to know him lately, as of recently, as in now, these developing events. However, I must tell you, you truly have not seen the things I have seen before. In the last 2.5 years, I spent in hell. Not only that, but gallivanting across the Sword Coast.
He says, "Dear boy, I spent years in the court system. I can assure you I've seen a lot."
Really? Wonderful. You in your fancy clothes, prosecuting criminals and such.
Who was this someone else? Yeah.
I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna lean a little bit further. I've seen horrors.
Yes.
You cannot possibly even fathom.
Very, very good, sir. Who was this someone else that you had stalk my client?
'Twas unknown. I don't really know him. I've only known him, well, I don't know, half a day? Really?
So...
Not half a day. Hold on, let me retract that. 'Tis a no. I don't know him very well, but he was definitely on the street. And I asked him, please.
And how did you meet this gnome? Wait, what is this gnome's name, first of all?
I'm actually really poor with names. I must tell you. If I can, well, you can ask some of my girlfriends. I tend to forget the name. It's not something I'm particularly proud of, but I don't remember his name. I definitely do not remember his name.
So you hired a person you don't even know what their name was.
I
Doesn't sound
fetched.
very responsible.
I asked him to. Well, I thought everyone in Waterdeep was trustworthy in the castle ward. And what was it? The North
Wait.
Ward? I forget.
Wait, you're in his, is that what you really think, though? I mean, you're in a zone of truth, so. Or is that a lie?
Well, right, so I'm going to try to twist this real quick. I thought people in the North Ward, right? Are we in the North or the Castle Ward?
We're in
Where
the
my
north.
house was.
Yeah.
I thought people in the North Ward of Waterdeep were trustworthy enough to do something as simple as fetching someone.
Did you really think that?
Yes.
Wouldn't
Does
that be a lie?
No, that's real. I mean, it's an affluent neighborhood, you know. So it's like, and it is a half truth because I know Crankle, and technically we were in the North Ward, but he wasn't technically wasn't a resident, but we were there.
So he says, and so you said you offered this man gold to bring back my client Butler. He says exchanging monetary coin is a legal contract here. So you are agreeing that you did legally hire a man to kidnap my client.
Oh, no, not kidnap. I specifically asked to fetch him or bring him back.
You are
As
asking a bounty hunter to fetch somebody. One would assume a bounty hunter would do their job and bring them back to you. Would one not?
If he truly was a bounty hunter, then I would expect him to treat every situation accordingly, not treat every target the same.
Are you saying you did not know he was a bounty hunter before that moment?
Let's try to twist this.
I love watching this dance.
Has he? Wait, I think Cody. I think Crankle has told us he is a bounty hunter, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's why he was going after the kid.
Oh, I got it. Well, he told me. Well, what he told me was that I am an experienced bounty hunter, and I shall fulfill this request you have of me, and I shall do it post haste. And to which I agreed. I said, "All right, wonderful."
So let the court show that he hired a bounty hunter to kidnap my client Butler.
Well,
just going writing.
however, I did not say I previously knew that he was a bounty hunter. He only just told me that he was one. He told me that he was one, which is true.
Yeah.
He told me that he was one. And so I said, all right, this man has experience in tracking people. Who knows how far Mr. Butler would have gotten in the crowded streets of the North Ward? How hard he would be able to find seemingly normal, ordinary man.
He places a quill on the table, and he says, "Gio, could you do me a favor and fetch that quill for me?"
I'm sorry?
Could you please fetch that quill?
Where does he put it?
On the desk in front of Rendar.
Get up
May
and
I
just
ask-
kill him.
May I ask as to why?
I'm curious to see what your version of the definition of fetch is.
All right. I get up, walk out, pick it up. Here you are.
Rip it in half.
He says, so you asked a bounty hunter to do exactly that. Please, and he points back to the zone of truth. Oops, sorry.
Go back inside. Yes.
And so he kidnapped my client to bring him back, or to fetch him for you.
Now, my dear You and I have very different definitions of fetch and kidnap. I asked him to fetch him for me. I did not expect him to bring Mr. Butler back as such.
He says, very well. Moving forward, how did you manage to pursue my client into agreeing to show you where the Erever estate is?
I asked him.
You never threatened him?
Define threat.
I think you know what the word means, Gio.
I merely persuaded him. Have you not heard that I'm the hero of El Terrell?
That doesn't answer the question, Gio. Did you threaten him in any way?
Let's see. Hold on. Let's try to
That would
spin
cause
this again.
harm to him, physically or mentally, if he did not do as you told him.
Give me a second here.
We need a code word for just like kill everyone in the room.
No, because then we'll be. Cause then Waterdeep. Well, we can't go back to Waterdeep at that point.
No witnesses, no crime.
Yeah, that's all fun and all well and good until you're chasing down the last witness, and then another witness sees them, and then another witness sees them.
Yeah, he's just.
Oh, I've done this in Skyrim. I know how it works. It doesn't end.
Did I threaten to harm? I think I threatened to make him disappear.
I wish
Right.
I rewatched that segment for this. I'm
I
pretty
did hold.
sure.
I did press a knife to his neck. I'm not gonna bring that up.
I mean, that's a physical threat. So.
That
Yeah.
could just be kinky. You never know.
Let's see. I got it. This is as good as it's gonna get, I think. I may have handled him physically harsher than one should handle a middle-aged man.
Says, let the record show that he said yes.
Let the record show in that he was not willing to give up the return address of my house because I, upon returning to Waterdeep, did not know anything that was happening to my family at all. In fact, I stepped into my house and it was an empty house, save for a few knickknacks and small pieces of furniture. I look at the jurors directly. Wouldn't you also be suspicious and worried for your family? Should such a situation happen?
Please do not talk directly to the jurors. You're not supposed to do that.
I'll turn to the rest. I'll turn to the rest of the audience. Shouldn't you be worried at a situation like that, Seth? Wouldn't you
He like
be
kind of
suspicious and worried at a situation like that? Tell me. Step into the zone of truth with me.
Seth says, no, I would call the authorities. That's what they're there for.
I can see why you're not the hero of El Terrell. You lack gall.
All well and
The
good
judge-
until your entire village gets burned down.
Got him.
Stop insulting wait, not the defense. What are they called? The,
Please,
Plaintiff.
please
the
don't
point.
hurt the offender. Please don't hurt his feelings. It's against the law.
this is a safe space.
I apologize, Your Honor. I apologize, Your Honor. I couldn't help myself. He was due in for a snarky remark.
Seth says, Your Honor, that is all. I have no further questions.
Oh.
Uh,
So what do I do? Do I leave? What do I do?
do you have any statements you would like to say before I recess?
I believe I said everything I needed to.
Very well. He says, we will adjourn for an hour, and we will hear the the results.
I can't wait.
So we need Cody here because he's the one checking out the RV
Oh, boy.
estate. What demons is he gonna find there? If it's the succubus behind all of this, I'm gonna lose my shit.
No, because if Cody was here, he could have done that and then like throw open the doors. Wait! What?
They're all demons. Well, no, because I would see if they were demons. I still have.
They're being controlled by one, and all the judges be like, oh, and then the judge would be like, order in the court. Everybody would be murmuring.
Oh, I can see it.
All right, so he bangs his thing, and all the jurors get up and walk into the back. He gets up. They say, of course, rise. Everyone gets up. They leave, and that leaves us with you guys sitting there in the courtroom.
Can I roll persuasion?
Yeah, we will do some rolls. But first of all, let's take our first 10-minute break.
All right. It's like I was trying to capture the hearts of the jurors.
No, that was great. I'll be right back. All right. Is everyone back?
Yep.
Okay. So, is there anything you guys talk about? Ava, Rendar, and Giovanni for the hour? As you're sitting there waiting, you just see Aramis talking with the butler. Nothing else.
We could just kill him and leave, man. We could do it.
As much as I would enjoy that, no. And as pathetic as my father is, even he at least deserves to live.
Oh no, that was out of character. She wouldn't actually suggest that. I would. I'm the king.
I'll whisper Lena and whisper to Rendar. If this trial this doesn't pan out in my favor, big guy, I shall see you in 10 days.
I don't know if he's actually back.
Can I overhear what the butler and what's his face are saying? I don't remember your dad's name.
You would have to get
Aramis.
pretty close. They're literally just whispering to each other. And it's not
Oh.
nothing. It doesn't really. You can give me an insight check.
If you had observant, if you had the observant feat, oh boy.
I know. I wish I could read lips. Insight. Insight. Okay, that's not bad. We'll see.
It doesn't look like they're up to
Oh,
no
shit,
good. He's just
Okay.
Aramis.
They're like
looks
rubbing their hands together and cackling.
Yeah, they're just every now and then he talks, and Aramis just like kind of nods to him. So if there's nothing else, then after the hour goes by, they all come sit back down, and then Seth kind of stands up and says, "Your Honor, before we begin, we would like to offer." Hey, okay, now he's back. Giovanni, did you want to do that quick chat with him?
I lean into Rendar. I whisper to him. If this doesn't go well, big guy, just see you in 10 days. Try to find something fun to do in the meantime. I appreciate it.
Does Rendar say anything?
Can't hear you, Adam, right now.
Got it. And he winks.
Oh.
Does he?
That doesn't mean kill everybody.
I know. The wink kind of scares me.
Yeah, have fun. Got it.
Oh, that's great. So Seth says, Mr. Aramis Aravir would like to offer something to the court. And he stands up and he says, "Gio, my son, I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. So, in front of the court and everyone here, I would like to offer you a deal."
Look down. Just look down, eyes closed, and I laugh, smile.
He says,
Look back up.
"As the Lord of the Aravir estate, I would like to offer, if we could just put this behind us, and if you adhere to my word as the Lord of the estate and no longer offend, contradict, or disagree with my rules, we would like to drop all charges against you." That is such a great offer, Gio, and everyone can see that I am trying here as a father to keep you in our family. But if you decide not to, then I must disown you. And everyone kind of looks at you, and the judge says, "That is a very kind thing of you, Mr. Rivere." Gio, how do you respond?
Can I insight check?
Yeah.
Same?
Okay. What are we inciting?
Like, is he being...
I want to know if he seems smug about it. I want to know if this is
Yeah.
the plan the whole time. Like if he's being like, "Aha, I've got him now," like we'll drop charges, but you gotta bend over like a little bitch.
Like finally something happened that we can now take away.
Yeah. If it's
Yeah.
anything like how I envision Giovanni's father, it's most definitely that.
Give me insight checks.
Oh yeah,
Um,
baby. Can I can't guide in court. That'll look suspicious. I
Yeah.
won't do that.
Right. So I mean, he's literally holding a contract in his
Yeah.
hand. So this must have been thought of before, obviously, the trial.
Booked up a while ago.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Because I didn't have time to write this up now. Yeah, so they all look at Giovanni, and the judge says, like I said, yeah, so that is very kind of him. And how do you take this? Great deal, Giovanni.
I'm just smiling. I look up now. That's what this is all about, isn't it, Father? I'm not looking at him. I'm just looking straight
I
up,
just
on.
want you back as my son, Gio. That is all.
Really? Because it didn't seem that way all those years ago. And it hasn't. Until somewhat very recently. This is how you get me, isn't it, Aramis? You want me to beg?
I'm not trying
front
to
of you.
get you, Gio. I just want you back, and I want us to be a family, like we should have been.
You want me to
Can I
beg?
insight check that? Is that true?
Give me an insight check.
This guy's an asshole. I don't believe him.
So, I mean, it seems this is a little acting going on. Like he's not
Theatrical.
really, theatrical, exactly.
You want me to get on my hands and knees, so you finally get one over me. Again, after all these years, you haven't stopped. Because you
No-
felt emasculated by me.
See, Your Honor, it is these kind of crazy thoughts that just destroyed us.
Crazy
Things
thoughts
were
about-
out to get him, and we're just trying to bring him back.
Oh, no, Aramis. Don't say we. Do not put that we in that sentence, because it was only you.
The jury's kind of giving you looks like, wow, his father's trying over here. Aramis is like, this is exactly how I thought he would respond. And he kind of just sits back down, as if he's sad and defeated.
Oh, stop the theatrics, Aramis, and put off that ridiculous accent. It doesn't suit you.
I hope the gods spare you, Gio.
Mm-hmm. And I know the gods won't spare you, Aramis, after they've seen your sins.
The only sin I see here, the judge says, is you right now, Gio. Your father offered you a great deal, and you turned it down. And you would rather take what the jury decides, it appears.
Well, it seems like this entire courtroom was against me to begin with, so why don't we just get with the dealings already? Shall we?
All right. Give me a persuasion check.
Come on, buddy.
34? Wait.
Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna purely
Here, let's
skill that,
go.
just in case. Okay,
Just
hold
in
on.
case. Jeez.
40.
All right.
Jesus.
That's so unnecessary.
I do want to say I'm not like
40.
I haven't been smug the entire time. I'm still going through this emotional turmoil, but I'm still, let's see, I'm going through this emotional turmoil, but I still managed to find the Giovanni in me to make Snarky ever want to be catty with people. It's my superpower.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Let me see something real quick. There we go. All All right. So,
Fucking
uh,
40.
so the judge asks the juror for their plea. They hand him the paper. He looks at it and he says, "We, the jury, find Giovanni Rivera guilty of assault and unlawful imprisonment of Butler. Guilty." And so, what do you? How do you respond when you hear that?
I finally turn and look my father dead in the eye, like an actual serious look. If you wanted to be a family and make amends, you're 15 years too late, Aramis.
Well, that is a very cool thing to say, Gio. The judge says to you, after he clearly just wanted you back in the family.
Listen, hey, objection, judge. Oh,
He
judge.
slams his thing. There is no objecting this. Now let me speak. He says,
Objection.
Objection. The judge
says,
is,
"Do not
the
have
judge
me
is-
have you removed from my court." He looks at Rendar.
Oh, you going?
Objection. Pulls out a great axe.
No. Nope.
So
Yes,
then,
Mister.
Can you
Yes,
name
Your
your
Honor.
axe objection?
I mean, you can name it anything you want.
Oh no, it's named kindness.
Your Honor, why don't you regale me?
Kill him
Why
with
don't,
kindness.
why don't you now regale me of how kind and loving and forgiving my father is?
he says, even though he says anyway, he says you were found guilty of assault and imprisonment of poor Butler. He says the sentence for this is anywhere from a 10-day flogging and damages up to 1,000 gold pieces. But you did give a good performance today, Mr. Gio, and you did make some good points. So I will remove the 10-day and the flogging and fine you 1,000 gold pieces to pay to the town or the city of Waterdeep. And he slams this thing. Court is adjourned.
Your Honor, one last thing.
He looks at you.
Can we pay the fine? Can we pay the fine now?
Of course.
Wonderful. Go get my coffers,
Who did you say that to?
Rendar.
When they said that, they have all your stuff there and they put it on the table in front of you.
I'll take out whatever's in my pocket and the rest of the party loot, if you guys don't mind.
Oh, not at all. I was actually gonna
No,
offer
go
to
for
chip
it.
in.
Yeah.
So I have 30
That was
30 platinums, 300 gold, plus my hot. So I'll pay up 400
Okay.
out of my own pocket, and then
I don't think I have anything.
I'll throw 600 gold in.
I can just take it out of the party loot.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Just so you know, we have 2,700 right now, and including 107 platinum.
Yeah, I've got 80 platinum and 1,153 gold.
I mean, if you want
Right,
to pay,
rich bitches.
if you want to, Rendar, or Adam, if you want to pay a little bit from that, because we'll take a little bit from you and a little bit from party loot. Just
Yeah, like I'll pay 300.
300. All right, I did 300 and another 300 from party loot.
Awesome. All right.
Crime really is legal for the rich, huh? Like, if I was stupid rich, you could just assault the shit out of anyone you want. Okay, here it is, 1,000 gold, whatever.
Let me just.
I also do have. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying 300 gold pieces. What was it from you, Gio?
Oh, I'm putting it down in the party loot.
Okay.
I also do have a set of plate armor that we can sell. So
I have a diamond worth 500 gold, but I'm saving that for if one of you bitches die.
All right, I got it. Sebastian, if you want to
Okay.
take a look.
No, I'll look. I put it in my notes to look. So.
Don't worry, I'm not embezzling any funds.
No,
I'm
no,
not,
no. You've always been good at keeping track of that. I look at that thing and I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm just like, whoa.
it's a little bit of organized chaos.
Yeah, it definitely is. So yeah, Rendar throws his money out. You throw your money out. They collect it, and he says, "Well, consider your debt paid. You're a free man." And everyone
Thanks.
starts to get out. I stand up. Your father just kind of avoids eye contact as he and the butler start to leave.
I'm staring at him. I'm just glaring at him the entire time as the guard is removing my cuffs, my shackles.
Yeah, he avoids eye contact with you and walks out the front.
Oh, damn it. I was gonna walk up behind him and just say, "You're a real piece of shit."
You can follow him if you want. I mean, the lawyer. I mean, the attorney is technically not bound to these rules. It's just me. And I have to kind of like stay here before get all the proceedings done.
Right, so
Nah, he's already gone. I missed my chance.
what do you guys do?
I take my belongings, go into the outhouse around the corner of the courtroom, and change out. I'll change out, give the jail clothes to the guard. Hey, you are a good man. If you sell these, I can write an inscription for you on these clothes, and you can get them for a lot of money if you sell them.
Who are you saying that to?
The guard who's
Oh.
probably has to probably retrieve my jail clothes.
Yeah. So there's no. You can keep them.
Oh well. Well, I didn't want them. Yeah, do take it.
He just puts them in a bag and puts it off to the side.
Don't do anything weird with them. I've had that happen way too often.
He's just standing at attention.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Move it forward. Move it forward.
I'm just gonna hitch up my pants real quick. All right. Now I'll join the rest of the group.
Should we go get Crankle? They're all heading back to your house. He's there.
Yeah, I guess we could do what Crankle was doing now, and it'll just be at the same time.
Yeah. Unless you want to wait for Cody.
I think he was checking it out, and yeah.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
Unless what he finds is gonna like change. Well,
yeah,
is
it's not.
there-
Yeah, I mean, I could just say out of character. I guess it's not. I mean, yeah, unless you want to use your spell to find it out.
We could always, if Cody wants to do this like in person next week, we could just like first portion of the session.
Retcon.
Yeah.
Not really retcon, but just like, hey, blast from the past. Just rewind real quick and like do his thing, and then like now we skip to present day.
Yeah. Flashback.
Yeah, it's a quick flashback.
Was there a spell you were gonna cast?
Well, I was just gonna send a message and be like,
Oh, I
"Hey,
see.
everyone's on their way back to the castle or the place now, so you might want to get
Gotcha.
your ass out of there."
Yeah, you could totally have done that to give them a fair warning.
Yeah, so just so when everything adjourns, I'd just be like, "Hey, court's over. Family's probably heading back. Get out."
So he would respond, "Got it," kind of thing. So what do you guys do?
Turn to Giovanni. You good?
Well, I told you before at breakfast this morning. Well, last morning. I will be eventually. But for now, it would seem I'm all alone in this world now, save for you lot.
You got this group of assholes.
Yes, the group that barely tolerates me.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Well, I do appreciate all of you putting up with me. I know I can be a handful sometimes. Sometimes.
Well,
It's entertaining most days.
technically, I got away with kidnapping a guy, so
It's best not.
We're well away from the court when he says that.
The guy's
right?
not. It's best not to say that so close to the court, to the Supreme Court. I know statute of limitations and all that, but
He even pointed me out in court, and no one did anything.
To be honest, I think they're all scared shitless of you. So, it might help.
I only imagine Rendar wearing a 3-piece suit, but the arm sleeves are ripped off.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, we shall meet back up with Daniel and
Ankle?
him. Yes. And we'll leave. We shall leave. Actually, no. You said there were demons. Oh, God heavens. Do I want to exercise my family, or shall I let Robert and Claudius? Or I have to save my family
Over there.
again. But I can't do it. I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed within 200 meters of the household, or 100 meters of the household.
Was there a restraining order given?
No, but they're probably going to get one now.
No. We can disguise shit. I'm not banned from there.
Yes,
Plus, if I say there's suspected demons and shit walking around, I got clear ground to go in there. Or we can get clear ground to go in there.
I can disguise myself as well, but I fear of my mental fortitude. If and when interacting.
We can give
with
it
them.
time.
Are you guys just like talking on the streets as you're walking? Or, like, where are you currently at? Still in the court?
No, I'm pretty
No,
sure we're
talking
just
and
walking and
Okay,
talking.
walking
I think we're
down the
walking and
streets.
talking.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it is noisy.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying people are listening. I'm just trying to figure out where you guys were, what the scene was. So yeah, you guys are just walking on the busy streets of Waterdeep. Yeah, people are passing by, but no one's.
There's no one looking
listen-
at us
yeah,
weird or
there's
anything,
no one.
right?
You don't see anyone just like
Okay.
watching you or anything like that.
But to have assistance.
Okay.
That assistance. How would she know? Quite strange, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say?
That was weird. I mean, something still doesn't.
Nothing adds up. It's probably her, isn't it? If it's not Titty. Oh, good heavens, I said his name.
Speaking
Say his
of
name.
which,
I apologize. I looked to everyone, I apologize. I said it without thinking.
are you
No, it's fine.
decided to maybe work with me a little here?
No.
How did your
I pull
trial
out my
go?
mace.
I mean,
Swimmingly.
Yeah, when you pull out your mace, he just kind of puts his hand up like, put that away.
Does it look like other people can see him, or is it just us?
I mean, give me a insight check.
Okay.
oof.
It's hard to tell since you guys are walking, unless you guys, I mean, people are just walking by. No one's like walking through him or anything like that. So it's hard to really tell.
Okay.
Says, you know, Gio, I can make it all go away. Just as easy as it came.
No. I prefer the struggle.
What do you want, Gio?
I would like for you to go away for now. I guess. It's not a legally binding contract. I'm just being facetious right now.
He says, you are one peculiar person.
It takes one to know one.
And he looks at Rendar. And what about you, big guy? Think about my offer?
He's like the ultimate cold collar salesman.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it. I'll let you know if I change my mind.
He got stuck on like desk duty in hell or wherever he's from. They're like, hey, just call some people, see if you can get some deals. Man.
He says, "Wow, you are the most difficult ones I've ever met. That is for sure." And he says, "How's it going finding your friend?"
I mean, to be fair, we've not really looked.
That's on the back burner for now. We penciled it in, but we're not really getting to it at the moment. It's in the itinerary. It's in our schedule. We'll get around
Your
to it.
poor friend. But he seems to be happy now where he's at.
Yes, very, very.
What did he
happy.
say, sorry?
He said he says your poor friend, but he seems to be happy now where he's at.
No, that's not good.
As he's repenting. Either that, or he has taken over the circuit of hell, which means bonus points for us. Because
Oh,
we're total.
no. He's not in hell at all. He's actually right here in the city. And he goes, bloop, and he just pops away.
What?
I narrow my eyes. Cause Sherry is in the city?
And then you hear, well, sort of. And then it kind of just laughs into an echo and fades away.
Did your grandfather...
Is there a temple to Torm here?
Yeah, did your grandfather reborn him?
Yeah,
Okay.
there would definitely be a temple of Storm here.
Are you telling me we'll have to raise Sherry from birth
I am
now?
not raising a baby. No.
I have experience, but it's Sherry we're talking about here.
What if they turned him into a demon and he's the one possessing your family?
Well, then I guess I
I
have
mean,
to
he was sent to hell to repent. I don't think that would really do it, right?
Yes, and we will have to kill Sherry then. And then after we kill him,
Eh.
we'll get his soul and redeem him. Give him back his old body and redeem him again. And
I
it's
mean,
not
we could
like
go
he-
check the temples and see if he's in the temples at all. I don't know. Maybe he's stuck praying for a while.
And it wasn't like he wasn't particularly fond of us. He actually quite liked, well, you and me. Not so much you. I apologize.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
Ava.
fine. I knew the guy for a day, 2 days.
Well, he liked her more than the other one.
That is true. And he might be
Ah, the
ecstatic
bars-
to the... He might be rather ecstatic to know that he's gone now. She's gone now. Well, then all right, let's go to the Temple of Torm, find Sherry. Then we'll rescue my family from... I don't remember her bloody name. You know, Rendar, the...
Yeah,
Out of character, it's Xena, isn't it?
Yeah, but, I don't
or
remember.
Xenia.
It's
or
like
something.
Xena.
I don't know.
Or
When
Cena.
was the last time Giovanni called anyone by their actual name? It doesn't happen.
I only call... It's only like Rendar so far right now.
Yeah.
This, her. Just because, all of this because I wouldn't sleep with her. Oh my lord. Succubi are really, really not to be trifled with, aren't they?
Apparently not.
Quite bitter.
I mean, that's a pretty small ego for a creature you'd think would have a massive one. If they're hurt by that little... Oh, I guess that's a big ego then.
Well, I guess my name really went around. Even in hell.
I mean, there you go. Oh. Alright, let's go see if we can find Costa.
We'll head over to the Temple of Torm.
Okay. Yeah, you arrive. This is a nice temple since you're in Waterdeep. You come into a nice building. There's a gauntlet at the end. I mean, it's not like huge, massive, but it's a decent size. There's people praying. A priest sees you, comes up. Welcome, children of Torm. Are you here for the ceremony? It starts in 30 minutes.
Oh, sorry, we're not. I'm not really religious, but my friend here is. She needs to use something. She needs to use the facilities.
He looks at you. Oh, you. I'm assuming you would have like a symbol of Torm on somewhere.
Oh yeah, she's got like the big symbol hanging
Yeah.
from her neck.
Ah, another child of Torm. Please, welcome.
Thank you. You wouldn't happen to have anyone kind of newish joining here lately, would you? Or any weird arrivals? Anything like that?
He sounds a particular way, quite bitter. Old?
We've had a few volunteers recently, but They've come and gone.
Okay.
One moment. Amadeus. Bring him back up. Now that the anti-magic is gone. I'll have him quickly sketch a portrait of Costa. This man, have you seen something who looks like... Have you seen someone who looks like him?
He looks at it. This kind of looks like the Herald of Torm.
Okay.
Wasn't he one that saved Elturel?
Maybe. Yes, he was. Look, we're looking for him. He was...
Where is he? I would love to meet him.
Unfortunately, he's very, very busy right now, and due to his old age, he's somewhat frail now, so he can't take too many visitors. So he's off vacationing in Jolt.
Oh, he says, yes, I've heard of his great stories. I've seen paintings of him.
Yes, have you
God.
seen him lately around?
Oh, no, I've never seen him, unfortunately. Although I know he's been here in the city once or twice.
All right, well, that's all for the good. Anyways, Ava, would you do the honors and talk to your talk to, you know,
Give him a look. Yep.
Mr. Tom, Sir Tom, Monsieur Tom, Monsieur Tom.
Yeah.
Allez.
The priest kind of gives a weird look when you kind of almost said grandfather, but he chose to
I said
ignore.
Gret.
Yeah.
Stop that Gret. I said that Gret.
My great God, that's the one, just the greatest.
Yes, Tom is great.
Your grandest guy,
That's the one.
the
Well,
Lord. Hey,
please, he points over to like a little room. He says, you could use this office if you wish to pray alone or privately.
yes, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
that'd be great, thank you.
Everybody get inside.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you all gather inside. He closes the door. It's just a simple room with a desk. Some holy symbols on the walls.
I mean, do you want me to do the old God hotline?
In
We have
the
a couple options because I prepped some different stuff for the court case, like some literally just asking a deity for answers.
Hey, freestyle. You do whatever you want.
Because I think where did I get? I prepped something like contact other plane. I can't remember what it's called. I'm scrolling. Give a sec. But it's just like you ask a question to a deity and you get an answer.
That's fine. The regular old commune.
Well, because commune is just yes or no. So I could be like, is he here? Yes. Is he physically here? No. That doesn't really help us. Where is
Well,
it?
then,
One sec.
well, then you could probably. Actually, no, you can't because that would require multiple answers. I was gonna say, ask a really long-winded question.
Is he or isn't he on the day of this day? You know, here or not here?
Yeah, kind of like trying to get over the monkey paws.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the spell's called. Divination? Is it just called divination?
In the meantime, I want to take out some parchment and ink. It's gonna address a letter to Robert and Claudia.
It's yeah, you ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Gio. What did you say you were gonna do?
Write a letter
Okay.
to my little brother and sister.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be addressed to both of them
Okay.
in one letter.
You gotta reply in the short a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme or an omen. I only want cryptic rhymes, please.
Yeah.
If you could just come up with them on the spot, that'd be wonderful.
All words rhyme in my mind.
it rhymes in Dwarvish, it's fine. Okay, yeah, screw it. I'll commune. And I'll do it ritually so I don't use the spell slot.
Okay. What does the letter say while she's casting that spell?
Oh, please. I'm assuming both of them are reading this in the same room. Please don't let mother and father see this. But know that I won't be around. I won't be back for a very, very long time. Know that I love you both very deeply. And I would give up my own life to see you two thrive. So, life's too short. Chase your dreams. Chase your dreams, if you wish it so. I'm this is off the top of my head. I didn't prepare. Robert, if you still wish to be an adventurer, you have my blessing. But please be careful. Be very, 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 very careful. And Claudia, you are already so mature for your age. You can do anything you set your mind to. You're a brilliant young woman. You'll be able to achieve anything you set your mind to. What else? Just know that everything I have done in the service of our family, and to see everyone thrive. I thank you for being my family. Thank you for being such wonderful siblings. I shall miss you both very dearly. And I love you. Gio. And I'm going to draw a little portrait of the two of them.
Okay. All right. So as you're finishing those final touches, that's when Ava's spell kicks in. Her eyes turn white, and she sees the Gauntlet of Torm.
Thank you for contacting the Office of Torm.
Welcome.
Your call is
child.
very important to us.
Ava.
Please stay on the line while your call is connected.
For Common, press 1. For Elvish, press 2. For all unrelated languages, press 3. Or wait on the line for our next available customer representative.
Yep. So, yeah, you're surrounded by all the white light.
The light show. Okay, first question. Is Costa physically here in Waterdeep?
Uncertain.
God, fucking damn. I'll be repeating these out loud to the group. It's uncertain if he's physically here. Not
I can only imagine it's like the iPhone. You just like, and then you look back at us. Like,
yeah.
Uncertain. And then you turn back to the phone.
Sorry, guys. Just one
Uncertain.
second.
Hold on,
Okay,
I'll
I
ask
have really
another
bad cell service in here. Hold on. It's like a magic 8-ball. Ooh, give me 1 second. Okay. Is Costa out of hell? I want to see if TD's lying to us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. May he
Yeah,
come,
I mean,
may
it
he
might
come running
be.
back into our arms, and we shall welcome him so.
Is he somewhere we can get to him?
Yes. And then it just fades away.
Okay.
Because is that 3?
Yeah, it's 3. Yeah. So he's out of hell. He's somewhere we can get to him. But not sure if he's physically here in Waterdeep, which might mean he's here in some other form.
A baby, most likely. Oh, no.
I really If he's a baby, I swear to God, I'll put him somewhere else.
Yes, and I highly doubt he would be masquerading himself maliciously as the personal assistant of my mother. He also doesn't
Yeah.
strike me. He also doesn't strike me as the type of person to choose to reincarnate as a woman.
Yeah, no, I didn't really get those vibes from him from the whole, 2 days before he turned to ash.
A bit of a man's man, really.
Yeah, well.
Anyways,
So what now? That saves us a trip to hell. Is it weird that I was looking forward to that? It's kind of looking forward to it.
I have to. I wish to deliver this to just one last time, if you can.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So
Just make our way back to my family's estate.
okay. Yeah, you guys.
Before we leave, I am just gonna look at the kind of symbol of Torm on the door, and just like, come on, man, help us out. Come on. That's it.
So yeah, as you begin to leave, that's kind of, you just feel this kind of not a chill, but a warmth actually just kind of engulfed the room for a second, and it almost sounds like you hear as if wings flapped, like, and standing behind you guys, you see Zariel.
Oh shit.
I thought I was gonna be Costa.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you sure took your fucking bloody long time, you stupid twats! I had to break myself out of hell.
That'd be amazing. And she kind of does this swooping with her arms real quick, and a kind of a bubble forms around everyone. And she says, that could maybe give us a little bit of time. She says, you must be careful with what's going on with Titty. Don't agree with anything he says. She says, I can't really say much, but this is all a game that the gods are playing. We're just all pawns in their games. Just be careful.
Wait, what gods? Who's playing?
She says, all of this. All of us are just pawns in a game of the gods. Gods and devils are more alike than you think. So all they want are followers and likes. The more people they get to praise their names, the more powerful they become. Gods and devils alike, she says. One just uses good tactics while the other one uses evil. But in the end, it's all the same twisted game. She goes, I shouldn't be saying any of this. But
And why are you?
Because I'm tired of it. She goes, I saw what happened to Costa. It's not right. You can't torture people for something they don't even know that's happening to them. He didn't know he was an actual representative of Torm.
Did you bust him out?
Oh no, he's not Costa anymore.
He's a baby, isn't he?
No, he's on assignment, working for an evil mage. And she's, I gotta go, and then she kind of just vanishes.
Wait, he's working for an evil mage?
That's what she said.
I just look at Gio and Leandra.
I roll my eyes to the back of my skull and slowly close them. And yes, and more than kind of most likely.
God, I really hope so.
I mean, that's what I was going for, like Mordenkainen. But
yeah, that's what Giovanni definitely thinks as well. Oh lords.
Who's the witch now, dear?
Well, on the bright side, Leandra still kind of enjoys our company, so technically, while she may be evil in others' eyes, she's relatively a nice person to us.
she was.
Well, yeah, she was until she abandoned us on the eve of battle, but I don't blame her. She was quite frail, and her head was squashed like a watermelon by the dragon. I can't help but think that would be somewhat traumatic.
That's fair.
Yes. We shall, if she returns to us, we shall welcome her, not with open arms, but at an arm's length, sort of acquaintances at work. You laugh at their jokes, but they're really not actually that funny. But you do it anyways, just to be nice to them. And you really don't care about the skiing vacation they had up in the mountains, but you pretend to be interested anyways because it's nice. And they could probably get you a promotion.
Telling you, man, you can't trust wizards.
Yes, Albert, yes. Now, about this. Hold up the letter real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
I just wanted to wish to say my final goodbyes to the rest of my family.
Do you just go find a courier? Is that how you're getting the letter to
No,
them?
I'm going up to the gate.
Oh, okay. So
Oh
you
boy.
guys make your way over to the gate. I would say it's what, early evening now.
Yeah.
There's a guard standing there. He looks at you.
As we go up, can I cast Detect Good and Evil?
Mm-hmm.
Let me find it.
Detect evil and good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is it? I can see it.
Yeah. So it's I got it. For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Alright, so cast your spell. You walk up to the gate, and he's at attention, and he says, "Are they?
Hello.
Can I help you?" Oh, actually, he would know. Has he met you? I'm trying to remember.
Is it the same guy?
It is. Yeah. So he would say. Yeah, he just doesn't say anything to you. Actually, he pretends like you're not there.
How are you? Listen, I have two requests of you. And I'll lean in closer so nobody hears, and I'm willing to pay you a handsome price for it. Consider it a holiday bonus.
He kind of does a little side look at you and then looks back forward.
I need you to. I'll pay you 20 gold pieces. First things first, I need you to deliver this letter, addressed to Robert and Claudia, and them only. Only to them, please. Not to Aramis or... I forgot what my mom's name was. Jesus.
Emily?
Anybody know? Not to Aramis or Amelie. Please.
He kind of looks at you again, side-eye, and says, "And the second thing?"
I wish to have a very quick word with my mother's personal assistant. Einhard is her name. I just want to ask her a question, is all.
I can
Very quickly.
tell her you're here, but I can't force her to come out.
Just, I would like to request an audience with her. Just here is fine, between the gates.
He puts his hand up for the money and the letter.
I give it to him.
All right. He takes it, puts it in his pocket, and he walks into the manor. A moment later, he comes out. Is there anything you say to each other real quick? Well, it's only going to be like a few minutes.
He totally just pocketed the money. He's going to throw the letter away.
Yeah, could I have
Probably.
told if he was gonna do it or not? Would an
Yeah,
insight
give me an insight check.
check do that if he was like, I'll do. Okay. Can I guidance this one
Sure.
or not?
Hey,
Okay. Might as well. I always forget that I have it. Oh. Okay, so. Ow.
one's better than a 0.
That's true.
Hey, 20.
20 total.
Yeah, so I mean, he seemed when he heard about that 20, his eyes 20 gold pieces, his eyes kind of lit up, and He
Okay.
kind of seemed like, yeah,
Okay.
he'll do it. So, yeah, a
Okay.
few minutes go by, and he walks out. And let me see.
In the time being, I would ask the rest of the group to sort of like hide behind the pillars and stuff, just like be out of sight.
Yeah, but I want to be within 30 feet, so if she comes out and she's a demon or some shit, I can see it.
Well, yeah, just sort of be out of sight, but you obviously at the gate with me, like close by, hiding behind a pillar.
Yeah,
So,
The
I'm
stone-
really good at hiding. Don't
the
worry.
stone edge.
all right. So, anyone who's hiding, yeah, give me stealth checks.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm not
I'll
trying to
give-
like. Yeah.
I'll inspire Ava because I know she's heavy armor.
15.
Disadvantage.
13 plus a d12.
Roll it. Okay. It's an 11 because I have disadvantage.
All right, 11 plus d12.
I'm fucking silent. 16 total.
16.
Okay.
That's really good for me.
All right. So yeah, you're standing out there. The door opens. The guard comes out. Standing next to him, you see Edenhild, and she has this like little smirk smile on her face, and she walks up to the gate, and she stands right up to it. The gate's in between you and her, and she just says, "There's no point in hiding, guys. I know you're there."
I'm gonna rest one hand on my hip and my arm on the gate.
Mhm.
You know, sort of very stylishly. Had your fun yet, Xena?
Who? And she kind of laughs.
I'm asking you if you had your fun yet.
Ava, you're not sensing anything from her, and she says, "I don't know an Ava. I'm sorry."
I said Xena, sorry.
Oh, sorry, Xena.
Really? Because a little birdie, also known as my father, told me that you were somehow been made aware of my entrance to Waterdeep. And yet we don't seem to be familiar with one another. Nor did I arrive. Conspicuously is stealthily, right? Is quietly.
She says, "Well,
Uh,
I know all
unconspicuous-
about you, Gio."
Inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Unconspicuously.
Oh, she's got a crush on you.
She says,
You know all about me. You know my
It's-
whereabouts.
"It's
But
my job. It's what I do. I am kind of like PR. Isn't that what it's called? PR? Personal relations.
PI?
Yeah.
Public-
PR.
public relations?
Oh,
public
personal relations.
yeah.
PR.
Ah, yeah. So
Says,
you
I must know everything that's happening in the city. It helps to know things."
You're spying on me.
God, she's
wonderful.
slimy.
Zentarum, I assume, then?
You aren't that bright, Gio, are you?
No, not really. So why don't you regale me of such? I know you have that dominatrix behavior already. I can tell by the look of your eyes. So why don't you tell me?
She looks at you and she just gets really close to the fence and the gate and she just says,
Prove me wrong.
"When you're ready to make a deal, Gio, let me know." And she goes, and she kind of just turns around and she does that
Oh,
tinny laugh and then she walks away.
Oh.
no.
Motherfucker.
Ugh.
Okay. Is the guard there?
Yeah.
The guard's there, right?
Yep.
All right. All right. I'm gonna walk behind the hedge. So where he can't see me.
I mean, he's
I'm gonna
gonna
look at-
if it looks suspicious, he'll be watching.
No,
Wait,
I'm
so
just-
she's to the end. She didn't. So nothing on my spell pinged, right?
Nothing. Nope.
Okay, so she's not. Either she's can block it somehow, or she's not. Fiend, celestial.
So
Would
I was-
possession count as one of those if she's human?
As a magic user, you would know there's also spells that block divination spells. One of them's a good example, like
Yeah.
Mind
Oh,
Blank.
yeah. Mind blank or yeah. Motherfucking shh. Ass
I was
bitch.
totally just gonna feeble mind her.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean,
Hmm.
let me see.
But the thing is, I know that Titty can possess other people, so it wouldn't infect him, and it would just this poor woman.
Well, it's a mental thing, so I don't know. Oh, but yeah. Well, I don't know.
Casting
Would it affect
spells.
the mind?
Casting spells
Would
on
it affect
people
the
in one
mind who's
back
would
to
it affect the
prison.
mind who's possessing, or would it affect the possessor? Like, would it affect the body or the mind?
I mean, I think it would hurt the body.
It says you blast the mind of a creature. I'll put it in chat.
Him?
Okay.
So the question then becomes, if the person is being possessed, would its mind be considered like the host? Like, would its mind be considered
Well, the
dominant one?
intelligence check would be made by the possessor, because that would be intelligence.
Right.
But you're saying, does it hurt? Would it hurt the possessor or the possessee? I think it would hurt.
Well,
If somebody
hurt, it would.
Oh, drops them to 0. Is that what this does? Oh yeah. No, give psychic damage.
Yeah, 46 psychic.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that because it's like such a small part of the spell.
Yeah, it takes 4d6 and has to make the saving throw. The saving throw is the intelligence kill, the charisma killer.
Yeah.
But it's the 46 regardless.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to try.
No, because I'm already aware that he can possess other people and like blink out of it, like with Crazy Freddy, Crazy Frankie in prison.
So is she Titty this whole time, or is he just currently possessing her?
Probably possessing, because we just saw him on the street.
God, I hate him. Could I shove my mace up his ass next time I see him? Just please. Pretty please.
I turned to the group. Good news.
Yeah.
That moron, that imbecile just revealed to me that he's the one responsible, or it's the one responsible for all of this. And now I have a target. And here I thought it was Xena, the succubus.
Well,
You've just got a long list of friends, don't you?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Ava, I wish to make amends with her. I did treat her quite poorly, even though she was a
The
succubus.
succubus?
I did treat her quite poorly, and that is probably why she was so miffed with me.
I mean, she's a succubus. She's probably a bitch.
Yes, but an attractive one. And
Yeah, I mean, how attractive are we talking?
I'll have Amadeus quickly draw up a sketch.
Oh, okay. All right.
An accurate one, like an actual accurate one.
Oh, okay, okay. And you said no to her?
Yes. I believe I would like to have believed I learned my lesson with fooling around with, random women after my debacle many years ago when I was forced to flee Baldur's Gate.
You know, one of these days you're really gonna have to write a book about your life.
I worked. First of all, I already have my memoirs in the astronomical study that used to be Leandra's room. So if you would like to read a few volumes, feel free to do so.
I mean, all right.
I would have strongly recommend you start with the first one.
Are we talking like birth? Are we going from there?
Yes.
Okay, that's all right.
Well, anyways, if nothing else, I wish to make amends with her, and we have a target now. It is the masked fellow, which I already suspected to begin with. For now, he all but confirmed it for me.
Well, then Zariel said he's bad news. So that's good enough reason for me to kick his ass.
Yes, and apparently he can resist anti-magic. So we'll have to assume he's some sort of trickster god. Or I can't say demigod. They're not that powerful. We'll have to assume he's some sort of trickster god.
Yeah, well, he didn't ping so unless he is powerful enough to protect himself from detection spells and to get past anti-magic and to be multiple places and to possess. So that's nothing I've heard of. I don't know what can do that.
Well,
Well,
we're off to
there's the
see.
age-old tactic of hit it and stops moving. So
Yes, I've said my final goodbyes. Maybe they'll come to their senses once we go off to kill this god. Hopefully. Then again, if I do, all the wealth disappears because it was manufactured to begin with. Which also confirms my suspicion it's fake in the first place.
wait, we've been told a couple times that gods can't intervene?
Yes, but apparently he can. He has interfered with my life.
Yeah, so he can't be a god.
That is true. So he may be someone powerful.
Well, she said he's a. What did she say? I have it written down. Hold up. It's part of a game the gods are playing. Yeah, so GD might be sent by a god that can't interact. But who? Who the fuck cares about us so much?
I don't know, an angel, demon, devil, someone we've wronged in hell that you're not aware of, that I'm not aware of, or Endar's
A long
aware
list.
of. Okay, but the enemies I've personally made are regular people, commoners.
There's a couple in hell that might have issue with us.
But yes, a few of them may have issue with us. Oh, I seem to think now that possibly the witch, not Leandra, the old hag who lent us that war machine.
Yeah,
wheels.
and she wanted the sword.
It may, you know who may be an invention of hers. But that doesn't explain how you know who is able to resist anti-magic and seemingly possess people at will. So we're possibly dealing with someone very powerful. But
He's not been able to get into the mansion, right?
as far as I'm concerned, no.
All right.
So he's powerful, but has a limit. Powerful enough to give fake wealth, fake documents, or not, and resist anti-magic.
I mean, devils can do that too, right? If you make a contract with the devil, they can get you all kinds of shit, so I've heard.
Also very true, and I would not put it out of my father's capabilities to do something like that. He was always a desperate man.
Yeah, kind of a dick. But then your mom's been weird too, hasn't she?
Well, as you can see, the man has been poisoning her against me after all this time, and with the fact that she's willingly stayed with him despite my various protests growing up, has fallen on deaf ears, namely hers.
Well, love is blind or shit like that.
And her personal assistant is that guy.
Feeding her honeyed words. Yes.
Well, I don't know if he just possessed her now, or he's been here for a while. He could have just done that to mess with you.
Unlikely.
Yeah.
How else?
There's too much we don't know.
How else would a handmaiden know of our arrival? Unless she ran a spy network, and specifically targeted us for no particular reason, other than the fact that we're
It's
well
water
known.
deep. Everyone's a spy here.
Yeah, yes, it's not like Baldur's Gate, where people are more honest. Crude, but more honest. Anyways. What now?
I mean, we can't get Costa. He's working for some evil mage. Your family's kind of written off for now, unless we figure out what the fuck Titty is.
Don't say his name.
The
He
maid
doesn't
walks
try to
back
talk
out.
to me anyway.
Fucking maid walks back out. Did you call me?
You just see like you just see like the what are they, the shades of a window open real quick, and you look out and then it closes.
As soon as he opens them, I use thumb to just slam him again. God, I hate that bitch. Ruining
Oh.
titties for me, which kind of sucks.
Wait, don't you have a? Do you not have? Leandra used to do this. We used to make her do this. Don't you have the spell that lets you communicate with others? The sending one.
Yeah, I don't think I have it prepped today. Let me.
Well, if you don't, then we can just wait till the next morning and send a message to Sherry. See how he is.
Yeah, because that works across plane too.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't have it prepped today, but I can do it tomorrow. Yeah, I mean that will get to him no matter. There's like a 5% chance of failure if he's not on the same plane as us, but it's not that big.
Yes, and apparently he's in the city, so we'll have. I guess the landlord situation with the rent in Baldur's Gate will have to leave. We'll have to be on have to put on hiatus, which I dread because I'm pretty sure when we get back to Baldur's Gate after all of this, the house shall be repossessed, and I have lost my villa, including my staff,
Oh, right.
whom we've paid with our money, by the way.
Oh god. Yeah, one thing
Hello.
at a time, I guess.
In fact, why don't you send a message to both Sherry and one of our house staff in the morning?
Do they know who I am?
Just tell them Giovanni sent you.
Alright.
I want you to wait. Was Ava there to meet Cassius?
Cassius?
Yes? No. Let me double check.
Cassius, the male stripper.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, I remember who he is because we tried to hook him up with the cleaning lady or whatever.
The head maid, because she was coming too strongly on to Gio. I send a message to Cassius. Tell him Gio sent you.
Yeah, I can do that.
In the meantime, I am quite tired, so why don't we retire to my empty house to enter my full house?
Can we send a courier with money?
To who? Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate.
Gate to pay for everything?
Yes, we could do that as
I
well.
don't trust couriers.
Well, even if we could, unfortunately, it is quite a long journey to Baldur's Gate. In fact, why don't we send a message?
Considering
So, why don't we send a message and a courier?
Considering the roads just cleared up from the cultists, I don't know how safe they're going to be. Maybe prime for bandits.
Well, they can go by ship. We'll pay for the extra premium fees for it to travel by ship.
Yeah, it's your house. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, quickly go to the post office and just take care of that. No need to RP.
Yeah. Okay.
How much do you want to send back?
What did we agree to pay them? I don't remember.
We agreed to pay them pretty decent salaries, actually. Well, Rendar's pretty smart. Oh, actually, would Rendar have retained the memory of it? Able to do the calculations?
Sure, if you remember them. I sure don't.
I may have it written down.
I mean, I could look into it and get that answer. We'll just say, I mean, you should have the amount, right? And if you're gonna send it, we could just say you send it.
Their guard, I can't remember because we had two amounts. It was either 3 gold a week or 6 a month. I don't know what we settled on. I have those. Oh no, wait. Oedipus and Joffrey were 10 gold a month. I have that written down.
Okay. What just happened? I mean, do you want to just say 20 a month? Covers everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send 50.
Okay.
2.5 months.
All right. Yeah, so you find a courier, you send that off. By the time you're done with that, I would say the sun is kind of down. Businesses are closing up for the day, are closed, and the bars are starting to open.
Ooh.
Hey, stop it!
I could go to a bar.
I don't wish to be around others right now.
Yeah.
Just gonna go back.
That's fair.
Please
Fair.
feel free to go to the bar, but I shall retire back to the mansion inside my empty house.
Do you guys go to the bar?
I'm sure. Well, I don't know if I was gonna say because I might go, and then I don't know if Crankle would because there's 3 booze at Geo's.
I'll roleplay as a. Hey, he's got free booze. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. He's got free top of the shelf booze. Hey, I'll take that over Tavern Swill any day.
You got into the Pixies too.
Free booze, free booze.
Queen.
Free booze! Yay!
Rendar will go with Ava to the bar.
All right.
Oh, all right. Let's get into a bar fight. Okay.
Ooh.
At the mansion, I shall prepare scallops clenoblas.
Ooh.
Clenoblas with roasted with fennel.
All right. Giovanni walks off. Ava and Rendar, possibly with Crinkle, I'm not sure, arrive at the yachting portal.
Hey,
Oh,
Oh
alright.
no.
What if we just derail everything and we go down the yawning portal? Let's just look, Sebastian. We see your campaign and it's lovely, and I like all your ideas, but down the yawning portal we go.
I don't understand the concept of this. Isn't this like a massive safety hazard for the entire city?
100%.
Doesn't make any sense.
Well, nothing usually comes
Well,
back
'cause-
up. People just
But
go down.
if you play Waterdeep, like Dragon Heist, the first thing that
Yeah,
happens in
a
like session
troll.
1 is something comes out.
A troll, yeah.
Yeah, and what's his face? The bartender has to like slaughter it.
I mean,
But what if something crazy comes up? Because like,
it's possible.
oops, sorry, an entire colony of mind flayers came up. Whoops.
I mean, I don't think they would. They know they're going into a major city, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just like as an example.
No, that'd be great for them. All those brains to take over.
Maybe they just collapse the building down into the hole and then it's sealed.
Guys, have we not seen the Baldur's Gate trailer for the
Let
new
me go
video
put my
game?
parrot away. Step up.
That's exactly what they fucking do in Baldur's Gate. The fucking Mind Flayers take
They
over.
collapse it?
No,
Oh.
there's a new Baldur's Gate coming out, made by the developers of Divinity Original Sin, which is it's gonna be the
Ooh.
I forgot what the genre is called, Adam, if you remember. I think it's CRPG.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's a CRPG. It's like like Pillars of Eternity, Pathmaker, the old Baldur's Gate,
Yeah,
Neverwinter
yeah,
games,
yeah.
like that. They're making a new one, but the story is going to be with Mind Flayers as the main villains, as far as we can tell.
Ooh.
And that's exactly what they do. They fly in through their ship, and they take over everyone in Baldur's Gate.
Cool. All
I
right.
like how everyone's just like, so fuck Baldur's Gate in particular.
I think it's the strongest militarily speaking, Flaming Fist and all that.
Yeah,
It's the Worf. It's the Worf effect.
Yeah,
Worf,
that's true.
Worf has to get his ass kicked to show how cool the villain is, how powerful the villain is.
So
That's true.
you all arrive. You two arrive at the Yawning Portal. It's starting to get packed in here. People are showing up, leaving their work, and just chugging down some mead. People are eating. People are singing. You see the big, massive hole in the center. No one's going down at this moment, but you do see this big, strapping, handsome man at the bar with another attendee there, kind of pouring drinks. Do you go straight up to the bar? Or,
Yeah.
right,
Let's see if we can get us a. Yeah.
Yeah, you show up at the bar, and Durham looks at you, and he says, what's your poison?
Something tall and strong.
Gotcha. And he looks over at Rendar. Same?
Same.
Alright, he pours something strong. They had liquor back then, right? Rum, I guess?
Yeah.
Poured
Weed,
some,
ale.
but something stronger. So they, what is it, port? Maybe some port. And they hands it over to you. Yeah, me too. It's so good. I got hooked on that from Canada, from going to Quebec.
Isn't port wine?
It is, but it's like a strong wine.
It's like it's fortified, like sweeter wine.
Yeah.
I went on a port tour in Portugal a couple of years ago. It was the absolute best.
Hey, port in Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pours you some ales or some port, hands them over to you. I guess what, a few silver pieces it would be. You just hand it back. I'm not going to get crazy over this. And he looks at you and he says, I really haven't seen you guys around here. I think I noticed this one. And he kind of just laughs.
He's hard to miss.
Can't miss that beautiful face. He says, what brings you in? He says, I'm Durham. I am the owner of this establishment.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Good place you got here.
Thanks. It's definitely the place to be.
What's the deal with the hole?
He says, oh, that place? He says, that's the entrance to Undermountain. You never heard of it?
Have I? Probably not. No.
I assume
No.
I would have.
Yeah.
No.
I think a
Rather
lot
have.
of people probably would, but yeah. So he says, yes. He says, there's a evil mage that lives down there. He says, it's kind of his
Wait a
wizard tower,
second.
some would say, but the whole thing is just a massive dungeon. He says, most people who go
At the
down
word
there
evil mage,
don't
I
come
just,
back
like,
out.
Look at Rendar.
This is
Yeah.
how Sebastian does it. He knows that if we're like in the overworld, he can't get us to do anything. He has to like trap us in a fucking dungeon. We're start to finish because we know we can't get the fuck out until we finish it.
Yeah, Rendar looks at Ava at the mention of evil mage.
She just like, oh. Interesting. Any more word on this evil mage? What's the? I don't know. What's
I
the
mean,
deal with that? It's kind of
some
weird.
say he doesn't even exist. No one's ever really seen him. But supposedly he's the one who kind of runs the whole thing. people have weird sightings of eyeballs floating around here and there. They say it's him watching you, but I've never met the guy, and I've been in that place pretty extensively within my time.
Oh, okay. You say, is it worth it going down there? Kind of like peer over at it a bit.
Yeah. He looks at you. He says, "Well, you guys look like you're pretty tough adventurers. I'm sure you can handle it for a little bit." He's like, "This guy looks, he's almost as tough as I am." He kind of flexes his muscle.
He does all right.
He says, "A lot of people go down there for some treasure, but not a lot comes back out."
Interesting. Is the reward worth the risk?
He says, "Well, I've been down there, like I said, quite some time. I've come back with a pretty thing or two." And the bartender next to him says, "Yeah, like how the hell are you living so long?" And he's like pouring some wine, and Durham just laughs.
All right. I'm intrigued. Maybe for another time.
He says, "Well, if you need anything, just let us know."
Will do. Thank you. I'll go see if I can find us a table.
Okay. Yeah, you could find one before it gets too packed.
I think Matthew Mercer sitting in the corner of the tavern here.
Yeah. Where can I put you guys? I'll just put you here.
Oh man, evil mage down there. Okay, noted.
God.
So we're going down there,
It all
right?
ties. God, I hope so.
We don't have
I
a choice.
started the campaign down there and then it fizzled. I've always wanted to go down there because if we start at the top, it's like nothing because it's meant for what, level 5 people at the beginning.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
So we'd power through. Yeah, you'd power through the first few levels and then it'd get kind of harder, but we would walk through most of it.
You
And
get
then,
to
you know.
rest. Wait, sorry. You get to rest though, right?
Yeah. It's like a whole crazy underground network. It's this massive, like, sprawling multi-floor, like, multi-tier dungeon that goes on for, like, you can go weeks down there, can't you?
Yeah, technically, yeah. You can. People live down there.
Yeah,
so.
and you can. Yeah, I think I've heard rumors through there's actual, like, cities that have been set up down
Yeah,
there, or, like,
there's
towns or whatever.
cities. There's ports and things like that.
Yeah, it's like
There's
a whole, like,
Islands.
yeah.
There's an island.
There's water down there.
Mm-hmm.
What?
There's
the
massive
hell?
cave systems. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. Like a massive cave system, so big that they can have like people living there, like in their own little
Living-
communities.
Living below the crust
Man, I've
of
always
the
wanted to
earth.
go down there. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like the Underdark, right?
No, I mean no. It's they're
Kind
like,
of. It's like it's-
each
like,
level's
it's
like
not the Underdark,
established.
but
Like
it's
they
kind
all
of.
have like established groups on each level. Like
Yeah.
you kind of take charge of them, but ultimately, supposedly,
and-
there's a wizard that controls it all.
Yeah.
There's no weird shit like.
I don't know
in
if
the-
anyone's ever played the Neverwinter MMO, but they have like you can go through Undermountain, and it's crazy. There's some cool shit in there.
But yeah,
Just asking. There's no weird shit like in the Underdark, right? Like some weird mushrooms and all that stuff.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, there
yeah,
absolutely
I'm
is.
sure there's some things like that.
Oh boy.
There's all kinds of weird shit down there. Yo, we should go. That'd be fun.
Well, we don't have a choice. Everything ties to him. Everything ties. I'm pretty sure Titty is the Mad Mage.
Ooh. Ooh.
I know it.
Spicy.
I've been playing with Sebastian for so long. I know him. I know how he thinks.
Do you? I can't say anything.
I know how the gears in his
I
brain
mean,
turn.
I don't think you do.
Both in and out of character, I am so down to go down there. It's like, so fun.
This is
All you had to say
hilarious.
was evil mage, and Rendar's in.
Yeah. We can phrase it like we're saving Costa, but really it just sounds like a party. You know when you're just like itching for a fight?
I know you guys are like adventurers. Like, wait, what? There's a dungeon we can crawl. Tired of this political bullshit.
I'm a war cleric. I hit shit. That's it. I
I
hit
know.
shit. Oh, bad things.
Rendar's like,
I find evil,
smash.
I kill.
I can smash.
He's smarter than that now.
I know.
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty-
he's like, oh, I could smash, yes.
Yes, quite.
Excellent, yes. That sounds quite agreeable.
This is great. So yeah, do you guys continue drinking throughout the night, or what do you do?
I think we'd have a couple, then head back, or at least I would. I don't want Giovanni to be alone for too long.
Yeah, so I mean, this place, as you are staying and having some drinks with Rendar, talking about, I don't know, philosophy and, and stuff. Yeah, it starts to fill in. You see some other adventurers come in here. People definitely notice you guys, and people are nodding to you. A group of adventurers comes over and they're like, "Hey," they point at Rendar. "Are you Rendar? We've heard about you."
Have you?
Yes, you're probably like a fierce warrior. We heard all the stories of how you saved Elturel.
I helped, but I didn't save it.
Please, and they put down some drinks for you. Have a drinks on us. And they kind of to pat you on the back. They kind of try to shake your hand and they walk off. They don't want to really bother you too much. Actually, one of them looks at you, Ava, and says, "Are you the wizard?"
Nope, not
Oh.
me.
Oh, okay. And then they kind of walk off.
You know, that part of being a hero seems really shitty. Attention? No thanks.
I hate it. I hate it.
But you got free booze out of it, so really. You know,
Yeah, I don't trust
silver
them.
lining.
They could have put anything in these drinks. I'm not drinking them.
And at
I'll
this-
cast protection from poison on Rendar.
Okay.
And he'll drink them.
Awesome.
Wait,
Yeah.
but that alcohol's a poison.
It's just water.
Yeah, you have a high enough con save.
No, I guess it would just be
You're
like,
fine, and I can resurrect you, no problem.
if it was mead, it'll just be like honey water. Like it'll just be the juice, the sweet
Ooh.
part of it with no liquor. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that to him. You have a high enough. Look, the worst case scenario is you die, pop you back up. We're
I
good to
mean,
go.
your constitution is so high, you probably have to drink a lot. So, what was I saying now? So at this point, like right before you guys leave for the night, 'cause you don't want to leave Geo by himself, you see these people start cheering on as those groups of kids that were just all over Rendar are being hoisted down the rope, and they're cheering on like, "Yay!" People are clapping as they're going down, and then when they go down, people kind of just start murmuring, "Oh, those time we're going to see them. They're gone." Making fun of them. And
Oh
then
man.
you guys make your way out and find.
If we go down there, we're gonna find them dead later for sure.
See, that you know me too well. So yeah, you make your way back to Giovanni's place, and he would have left the door open. So it's funny. Unless there was something else you wanted to
Actually, on the
do.
way back, I just would be chatting with Rendar. So, what is next for you? You have a kid. You have, I don't know, he's part of a prophecy. Are you gonna go back to that shit?
Eventually.
There you go, family man. Look at you.
He's still young. He won't remember most of this.
Little do you know, Rendar
best
Jr. has a crystalline memory.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the best excuse to be an absent parent I've ever heard of. He's young, he won't remember it.
He has glowing eyes and butterflies around him. He's gonna be like, "Papa, why weren't you with me when I was a kid?"
No, he has. He's like still a deputy. He's like, Father, where have you been?
Yeah.
I have shat in my pantaloons. Please change me.
On purpose.
Father,
That's
I
revenge.
request that you come help. It's quite bad.
Yeah, I
Please
want
help.
some father time. So I shut my pants. Awesome.
Yeah, Giovanni should have tried that when he was younger.
So, where do we find Giovanni in the
Yeah, we'll
house?
head-
I'm just eating dinner. Scallops, granoblas, fennel, ceviche, sea bass ceviche. I mean, just a whole big seafood buffet.
So yeah,
Calamari, everything. Fried calamari and everything.
Ava and Brendar, you had your nice buddy walk back through the city, feeling good and from the liquor, having your conversations, and you find Gio eating his seafood buffet when you arrive.
Lobster tail, whole everything.
Ooh,
Crawfish, spreads,
Giovanni, if all
po'
else
boys.
fails, you really do have a career ahead of you as a chef.
It is extravagant. Yes, please try the carpaccio. It's quite good.
I don't mind if I do.
No, Render's gonna sit down.
So interesting discovery as we were out, Giovanni.
When you mean interesting, do you mean good interesting or bad interesting?
Well, neutral for now until we decide what to do with it. Remember Zariel's bit of information that good old Costa's working for an evil mage?
I suppose you found Sherry.
Well, no, but did you know there's an evil mage under the city? Kind of runs a whole dungeon thing, Yawning Portal. The underground.
I look up, just turn my face towards the ceiling very, very slowly, and just mouth, "Why?" Shake my head. Why is nothing seemingly easy for us? Why must there be so many obstacles on this path to happiness?
Didn't you hear? Haven't you heard? We're all pawns in a god's game.
I might as well kill myself right now. If that were
You know I wouldn't let you do that. Got a diamond with your name on it.
and I have this seafood buffet to finish. Which is absolutely wonderful, by the way. Thank you very much. I turn to my servants.
This is delicious.
It's
Oh yeah,
pretty
everything-
damn good.
Everything you could want.
Is there butter for the lobster?
It's in the teapot. The teapot thing. It's not a teapot, but you know,
It's a teapot of butter. Yeah.
not a teapot, but you
Oh.
know the picture of it.
Yeah.
It's in a fancy
the-
teapot. That'd be awesome.
Shrimp cocktails, everything, and not just the
Oh.
tiny shrimp. I'm talking jumbo tiger prawns.
Oh, I
Like-
have worked up an appetite today. This is great.
I don't even eat any of that. I don't eat
God
seafood.
damn.
Oh,
Yeah, seafood
sounds so
doesn't
good.
agree with me, but Rendar it does.
I love sushi, but I guess that's the only seafood I eat. But anything crab, I
I'm
can't.
moving
I can't eat
to
crab
like the
shell
coast soon,
stuff.
and I'm so excited for fresh lobster.
Okay, nobody
So
likes to eat
excited.
crab. People pretend to like to eat crab, so then they can like pretend to flaunt their superiority over people who eat lobster.
Yeah, I mean, you're eating cockroaches of the sea. That's pretty much all they are. So it's kind of funny that they're literally the
Delicious.
cockroach of the sea. They just go around and eat all the crap.
I mean, look, if cockroaches tasted that good and weren't disgusting,
People eat cockroaches. What do you mean in other countries?
Yeah,
Source of
that's true.
protein.
yeah, no, I forget that in a lot of other, like most other countries, people eat bugs.
Yeah.
Don't say
I mean,
that.
fair enough.
It's
I've
funny.
had cricket. It was
Oh.
weird. I had like chili
Oh.
dusted cricket once.
Oh,
I was
I
down
can't
south
do
and I
it.
tried
Just
it.
the crunch of it. Oh no, I can't.
No, that's not the worst part. The crunch, you can just pretend it's like a
no.
cracker or whatever.
Stop. Okay,
The
let's
leg.
talk
No,
about something
the
else.
The
leg.
worst part is the inside.
No, I don't know. I want to talk about
Is the-
something else.
Oh no, mine was dried. It was all dried out.
Okay.
I know, but
It was
it's-
like
that was
deep
true.
fried.
Oof. Oof. I mean,
The
anyway.
hairy legs and everything.
So you're
Right,
eating your
anyways.
fish.
Beautiful seafood spread. Beautiful, absolutely wonderful. I suppose we're going down there. And attack.
I mean, look, we could take a day off first. Go to the beach or something. I still want to go to the beach. I want to kick my feet up just for a day. Just for
Yeah.
one damn day.
And I just had an unfortunate possible revelation in that this mad mage is most likely Titty is most likely TT as well, most probably. Assuming he isn't a god. So it's either that or he's a god. There's truly no in between. Or rather, a mage who has achieved demigod
mage.
status. And an
Can they
actual
do
god.
that?
I've only heard tales in the ancient tomes I've read in the colleges. But only rumors, really. I mean, Mordenkainen is probably one of them. We met him. He's a bit
You've
of a
met
no.
Mordenkainen?
Well, briefly. We met him briefly.
I
We
don't
sort
think
of
you
saw
ever
his
did.
face.
He was in
Oh, the tower.
hell,
in
and you
hell.
guys like
Yeah, the tower.
waved
That's
at
right.
him. Yeah.
Okay,
We-
You
we
guys
saw
like
him-
saw him.
yeah, yeah.
We saw him briefly.
Yeah.
Leandro was the only one who actually like interacted.
Yeah, okay, I remember that now.
Yeah, we saw
Yeah.
him. A bit of a twat, but you know, he's all powerful, demigod
I mean,
status.
wizards. Hmm.
One of those fabled wizards, you know, probably him. And he probably thinks that gaudy outfit that TT wears is fashionable.
Yeah. I swear to God, all I want to do is put a boot in his fucking ass. Can't
Yes.
stand that motherfucker.
I may be absolutely heartbroken, but I am not. But I am not heartbroken enough to make a snippy comment towards that awful person, awful thing, person, avatar, projection, personification.
Bitch.
So I guess we're going down there. As I deflate and get some more plates of more ceviche on my plate.
Awesome.
I mean, I've heard it's not so bad. There's like cities and stuff. It might be all right. Think of it as like a little trip, just with killing shit.
Yes, to a watered down version of hell, which is going not as down, which is going not as deep inside
Yeah,
the world's crust.
it is just the material plane version of hell, I suppose. But you know,
On the bright side, you still have that recall thing spell. So if we grow weary
always
of
have
it,
it.
if we go weary, we'll just go back to Neverwinter.
Yeah,
And that-
I mean, I always have that spell in my back pocket, so if we need to get out of there in a pinch, I always got that.
That will be the one and only time you will ever hear me cherish the idea of going back to Neverwinter.
Look, Neverwinter's not that bad. It's all right. It's got a good bar scene.
It's cold and damp.
That's why you drink more.
That's not fun. I'd rather have fun in the sun, like in Baldur's Gate. Oh shit, he's talking to
Been to
Zordon.
Chult. Never been to Chult.
I don't want to go there. It's much too humid. I heard it rain. I've read that it rains often.
I hear they got dinosaurs.
Sword on.
Ooh, dinosaurs.
Yeah, you were talking
Yeah,
about
right?
Yeah, sword on. Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, that's great.
The putties are attacking. Got it.
Alright. So
All I want now is Rendar riding a T-Rex. Like, we kind of need that.
yeah, so you guys are finishing your dinner. It's I think that's a delicious meal to end this crazy day with. I love it.
Back to the T-Rex thing. I could just transform into one and have Rendar get on top.
Oh god.
Yeah, but like a wild one would be so much cooler. We could cast like what's that? Isn't there a spell that makes you go crazy? We could just briefly cast that on you.
I mean, I could go wild. I'm an actor.
That's true. We could set up Jurassic Park.
Yeah, we'll set up that play with beasts unknown. That'll be the allure.
Yeah.
Since most of these people have never seen a dinosaur before in their lives.
What would happen? Is there anything illegal about just polymorphing into a T-Rex and walking through the streets?
Probably.
Yeah, I think
But why? If you're not
because
but if you're not causing any harm, why?
they wouldn't know that. They would think you're just a wild T-Rex.
Well,
Yeah, but then once you're caught as you, what would they charge you with? Or, like,
property
is there a
damage.
charge for just like? No, but if you're very careful and just go down the streets and just like stroll very calmly as a T-Rex
Cracking
down
the
the middle of
road,
like the high street.
breaking all the
No.
bricks.
no, they'll just do what they'll just get you for public disturbance.
Yeah, or mischief or something.
Yeah,
That's
they'll
true.
they'll slap you with a big fine.
Ugh.
You know how they are. They'll just ticket you.
Disturbing the peace.
Well,
I love that you can be charged, like legally charged with mischief. That's so good.
Yeah, so we'll end our
You
game
have a
here
criminal
today.
record.
all right.
Okay.
I mean, that's a
Oh
good place
man,
to stop.
down to Undermountain. Here we go. I've been
Well-
itching to hit some shit. Let's go.
We could hit shit if we fought the landlord, but you know we gotta gallivant into the dungeon of the Mad Mage now.
I'm
Here
not
we
gonna hit a
go.
I mean,
landlord.
if you guys choose to
They're
do
lawful
that.
evil, but I'm lawful something.
No, because Costa's life is Costa's not moral to begin with, but you know his friendship with us is in the balance, hangs in the balance right now. We don't want to piss him off too much.
He's probably already pissed.
And just in case Sebastian's
yeah.
been talking to Greg the whole time, he's probably calling like, "What the? They still haven't saved me? What the fuck?"
He's like, have they tried? No, not really.
No, not yet.
once every month. Have they done it yet? Nope. God damn it.
It's funny.
They talked about it once briefly.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
They've mentioned their concern, but have done literally nothing about it.
We have
So-
other priorities, like
Your call is
don't
important
know.
to us. Please stay on the line.
So if you guys decide to go down Undermountain, this is going to be so interesting at such a high level. It's gonna
You could just
I'm
No, I thought it was going to be amazing. Like you guys would be like just like feel like gods to these things. It's going to be great.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, for the
We
first
have to
few
go
floors,
down
'cause
now.
I know. Well, because Underground goes to level
It's
10,
20.
the actual campaign. I don't know,
No,
but like,
level 20.
yeah. So
Yeah.
when we get down, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. So if we get down low enough, shit will be crazy. But for the first couple levels, it'll just be like tiptoeing through the tulips.
Yep.
yeah, but isn't level
be
20?
good.
Isn't like the last level the mage, the
Yeah.
actual mage,
Yeah.
Sanctum?
Yep.
So it's like we have to. Do
Yeah.
level
So we'll
20
be
to fight him.
scaled properly for like fighting the mage. But then we'll just like skip through the rest. We'll power through it. We'll speed run.
Just ask him. No, wait. Let me use this wish spell real quick. Let me wish my sister back to life first. Hold on. Let's fight tomorrow. Let's pencil each other in for 10 in the morning. That's when we wake up.
It's going to make it a lot more fun, I think, doing it this way. It's going to be funny.
Sometimes it's fun to
Gonna be
just
like a
like
lot of
power through things
roleplay.
to be wherever leveled.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Like just put Titty in that storyline because we still have the landlord thing we have to deal with, and I'm pretty sure that our house just got repossessed by the fucking IRS in Baldur's Gate already, and that's another whole headache we're gonna have to deal with afterwards at level 20 as demigods.
Yeah, essentially demigods, and they're just like, hey, so about paying rent.
Let's go back to Baldur's Gate just to like do accounting. It's like, hold on, all right, no, I paid you.
Yeah.
God damn.
You have a handful of the most like powerful people
Yeah.
that exist currently, and are just like, yeah, I gotta do some math. Oh man, I missed last week's rent.
Just doing
Did
their
you
taxes,
did you see that movie? I forgot now. Never mind.
we have to fill out our 1040
Oh, what was it
W1040s.
Army of the Dead, the new movie Army of the Dead.
No.
I know, I heard it was terrible.
I thought it was funny. I liked it. It's like a zombie movie, but it's also a heist movie and a comedy all in one.
I don't think it was supposed to be a comedy though.
Yeah,
I
it
think supposed to take
was.
serious.
Those were comedians, the actors. Like like the one lady who chews on who's in Star Trek. She's a comedian. The
Tig
bald
Notaro?
guy. The bald
Oh, yeah, how's your
guy's
Star Trek
a
one shot go?
comedian.
I don't know, man. It's a Zack Snyder film. I think you were supposed to take it seriously.
I think it was all three because it was supposed to be like everything you get from a heist movie plus what you get from a zombie movie and a comedy all in one. That's what I liked it. I mean, look at like when they were explaining the whole heist. It's like they're doing that whole thing, like dun, 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 show them all like shooting, and then the guy's like, wait. It's like they do the cutscenes. Like it was supposed to be a comedy. pretty sure.
Right. I will definitely hold off on it because I don't like Zack the Hack Snyder. But I definitely
Oh yeah,
Interested.
IMBD 5.8 out of 10.
it's Zack Snyder. I don't. He's my opinion of him is really soured.
Yeah, the Snyder cut of Justice League wasn't bad.
It was good. It was good. Um,
Oh, it's labeled as action, crime, and horror. I guess there is no comedy. But it was funny.
When it's so bad, it's funny.
There's clearly, to me, comedy in this. Even the whole intro. Because in the whole intro, it shows these normal people, and they're like turning into these badasses, like the adventurers who saved a lot of people, got them out of the city. And then it skips forward, and now they're like flipping burgers, and they hate their lives. So it's kind of, that's what made me think of it. Like how you guys were saying, you're going to be like these awesome heroes, and you have to go back and pay your rent. It was kind of like them.
Oh yeah.
And so when they got the option to go on another adventure, they're like, yes, we got to do this because we hate our lives of what we became. So
I think well Giovanni's the opposite. He'd rather.
yeah,
he'd rather
Giovanni's
crunch-
well, Rendar and Ava.
He's had enough
Yeah.
adventure for one lifetime. Jesus Christ. He just sings songs and acts and reads poetry. For fuck's sakes. Now he's tussling with
Yeah.
gods, mad mages.
I
just
just wanted to sing my little songs.
He just wanted to be a pop star.
Well, what did Zariel say?
We're all pawns.
Yeah, but you know, at least
That's
he'll.
good.
I mean, if nothing else, he would be able to die a happy pawn.
I know,
Oh.
but that's irrelevant to a god.
What if this is all a trap and she's just trying to get us down there to take out the evil mage
Yeah, probably. I would have
because we're pawns?
we're her pawns.
Yeah, I was gonna say who says she's not a player in this too, or like a yeah. Honestly, I feel like telling a high level cleric you're a pawn in God's game. She's like, yeah, and that's what I signed up for.
Yeah, I know, right?
World's
Your
biggest
God's
fan.
using you. Yeah, I ask him all the time what he wants me to do. It's not really ooh okay.
That's what.
Priest on steroids.
That's literally what religions tell you. It's because it's God's choice. So everything you do
Yeah.
is their choice. You know?
Yeah, and
it's,
if it's
God's
like, okay,
will.
all right.
Yeah, it's God's will.
Yeah. Okay.
Shut up.
God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, God's telling me to shotgun the spear right now, so I'll be right back.
It's gonna
Doing
be
keg
fun.
stands for the Lord.
Is there a god of like partying in 5e?
Yeah,
There
there
has
is.
to be.
Sure, there is.
Oh, 100%.
There aren't. They're not good though.
Chaotic neutral, I would assume.
Yeah.
I wonder what they, so would they be more trickery? Like,
Not super. I remember there was one specifically. It was a female god, a goddess.
Lyra is the
I think so.
Joybringer, mistress of revels, of like
Yeah.
revelry.
I think her. Yeah. It's like
Lyra.
drinking, partying, and probably fucking.
Yeah, Our Lady of
24-hour
Joy.
orgies.
She's chaotic good. Oh well, she's joy, happiness, dance, freedom, festivals, release.
Yeah,
She's chaotic good.
but the chaotic part's probably like dance until you die.
what was her name?
Oh yeah. I don't know. I just found it on Forgotten Realms wiki. Liira. Lyra. She's a
Wow.
lesser
Yeah, I
deity.
don't see her list.
I don't know. There's so many. The problem with 5e is there's so many different gods, and you can take from so many different pantheons. Like I've been in a campaign where they were just using the what gods were they using? The Greek gods, I think.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different because there's no like the stuff that they give you on the deities is so like kind of loose and just kind of which is good because it lets you do whatever you want
Yeah.
with it. But it's also like sometimes I want something more concrete. Like what's the pantheon?
Well, once you,
I mean, they
once
have
you,
something, but
yeah, the problem is, I guess they say like once you stat them, then they could be killed, so they don't stat them.
yeah. Well, because I have I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want to fight. Like, I have Tiamat stats somewhere. I wouldn't want to fight her.
Yeah, she's
Like,
a
because technically they
lesser.
can be killed, but like, yeah. Hey,
They're-
don't be mocking my girl Tiamat.
She
She's beautiful.
is.
Okay.
She's.
I love Tiamat.
Yeah, me too. She's awesome. She's like a
I'm gonna come back as
prisoner
like
in
a
hell.
chaotic evil like paladin of Tiamat. Well, who is Joe Maniello? Wasn't that his? Yeah,
Joe
Oath of...
Manganiello? Yeah.
Tiamat is
yeah,
her
the
avatar.
the Oathbreaker. Yeah.
I remember, I
What
didn't
was his
watch.
name
I
again?
didn't watch.
Archon the Cruel.
Yeah. It's, I saw the clip of that sort of ending bit. I was just thinking to myself, wait a minute, this motherfucker what happened to the action economy? He can't do all that shit at once. Cheater.
What happened?
Well, they were out of combat, but like, man, that was good.
Oh, Joe Manganiello's character. They defeated Vecna. And so this was after the battle.
Yeah, I never watched.
And what he did was he said, "Oh, I pick up."
Oh, it's so good.
He said, "I chop off my own hand, put Vecna's hand on mine, cast Cure Wounds, and then I teleport out of there." It's like,
I saw a
like-
clip of that part.
Yeah, he's like, it's nothing personal, it's just business, and he teleports. That was so good.
yeah, I'm
The
like,
look on
that's-
everyone's faces was...
I was like, yo, that's 4 rounds of action right there. What are you doing? Can't do that.
Oh, it was so good, though.
Yeah, fun
It was
moment.
so
but-
good.
Fun moment.
I like
but,
that he canonically has... Oh, yeah, it breaks the rules, but whatever. I like that he canonically has it, too. Like, if you look up his official... Because he has an official stat block in Descent to Avernus. He has the Hand of Vecna, like, canonically, which is incredible.
That's cool. Alright.
I think in Descent into Avernus, there's an opportunity to meet with him. But we just kind of said fuck everyone and did our own thing.
No, we did the bare minimum for every single
Yeah.
quest.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, here's all these really cool plot hooks, and we're like, okay.
Yeah.
Just
just,
with
like,
blinders on. Nope,
skirt
nope.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
want
there's
to
this
get
in the
the
distance.
fuck out of here.
Going home. We're going home. We're going home. We're going home.
Yeah. I know, there's so many like plot hooks and like interesting stuff, and you can make like deals and sign up with different people, and like you could take a side in the war of like demons and devils and all kinds of crazy stuff. We were just like, nah, I'm good. I just want to go.
Yeah,
Thanks.
there was a creature who was kind of down there working with dragons and stuff who had the Hand of Vecna. Arkin.
Yeah, Archon the Cruel, that's Joe's character.
Wasn't he working for Tiamat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's a paladin of Tiamat.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I remember running
Yeah.
that part for my other group.
Get the hand for Tiamat.
Yeah.
Everything for Big Mama.
Oh, so that's based on that guy's character? Is that what you're saying?
Not based. It is his character.
Oh,
That is his
Ported.
character.
Straight ported. And
oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know since I never watched it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
It was pretty cool. Yeah. I think a couple things Mercer has done have become like canon in the world.
I like that a lot. I'm surprised I've never put that together. Or, well, I guess because I never watched the show, but never heard of it before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was a pretty fun moment. I just like watching everyone just kind of be stunned.
It's like my light bulb's going off in my head now of things I remember people saying or hearing. I'm like, oh, now it all makes sense. It's hilarious.
That's good.
I'm so dumb.
That's
I'm such a airhead sometimes.
would have counterspelled his ass. Wouldn't do that shit.
Oh man. I think they were like, if you
Alright,
wanted
guys,
to
I'm
really
gonna
swing it,
close
like,
the
oh, they could, I guess you could have said they were like
stream.
too
Thank you for
surprised to
watching,
do anything, so they
and,
didn't see it coming.
Come watch us on Tuesdays.
Yeah, but
and
at the same time,
Thursdays.
they had like.
Thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time. If you liked what you watched, you can catch my other games on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Feel free to join my Discord channel for updates. And it's been fun. See ya.